Alright, there we go. We're live. Slight delay, but we're there. We did it. We did it! Let me just position everything correctly. Oh god. Oh god. Hold on. What is this balanced on? Why is it not? There we go. How's it going, everyone? We're starting slightly earlier today. Hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully more people are around because of that. Although, it says no one's here right now. Longer stream, slightly longer. I think the chat count is broken. Or maybe it's just taking a while to catch up. Yeah, slightly longer stream today. Not by much, but like an extra 30 minutes. Let's just get straight into it. Let's get some shiny hunting done. And, remember to click start record. Because I didn't do that last time. And we'll see how things go. We have a problem already. Account 6 is not showing the right screen. And it's not changing either. Why is it not changing? Come on, just show the right one. It's not switching when I switch the screen to any screen, which is not ideal. Alright, well... Man, we're gonna have to reset, because sometimes when OBS glitches, then I just get stuck and it won't fix itself. So hold on, I need to reset up all of the accounts again and make sure all of the screens are actually showing the right screen. So apologies guys, apologies. We will get started in a second. I thought everything was set up right. It should be. Yeah, as you can see anyway, at the end of last stream yesterday, we were on a bit of a, we were on 2,800-ish encounters, I think, around there. I recorded a little while off stream just earlier today, and yeah, we didn't get anything. I did 1,600-ish encounters, and got nothing, which is why the count is a bit higher since the end of yesterday. But hopefully today is the day. We're on par for our most amount of phases in one area. This is phase 14 now, which is tied with Route 203. So if we don't get Pachirisu this specific hunt, then yeah, it means we're breaking the record. So today could be the day. But anyway, we're all good now. We're all set up. There we go. Everything's showing the right thing. We're good. Okay, let's continue. So predictions, guys. I always say predictions right at the start of the stream, and both times I've mentioned predictions, I've had the shiny within 2 minutes. So predictions, guys. How many encounters is it going to take before the shiny shows up? We have had 3 hunts in a row now, or 4 hunts in a row now, which have been under odds. So I feel like this is going to be a longer one. We're kind of we should have a longer hunt. You know, we should really. But yeah, how many encounters? And let's see if the streak continues where I ask you guys how many encounters and then a shiny pops up within the next 2 minutes. because that would be 3 times in a row. Wouldn't mind it. Especially if it's Pachirisu finally. Yeah, how's everyone's days been anyway? Anyone do anything interesting today? For me personally, not much. Not much. Just work. And that's about it. The Mirror B video is doing as badly as I expected after the first half an hour of it being uploaded. It's got about 300 views, and the stream from yesterday has around 300 views. And any Rootmaster video after a day would be on like 2,000 views or something by now, so yeah, not great. Not great, I can't lie. But it is what it is. I tried it, it didn't work, we move on, we make more videos. I've got a feeling as well that the oh, we almost missed an encounter there. That the stream probably didn't help the numbers of the video. I was either expecting it to help or hinder, and it feels like it's hindered it. So maybe I know for next time, if I'm uploading a video that's not Rootmaster, don't stream on the same day. I'm sad I missed yesterday, I was asleep. You didn't miss much, to be honest, man. We caught a Shinx. Shinx number 11 of the series. And that was it, really. Although we had some fun lore going through some of my older sprites that I made when I was about 12. Some good ones in there. Some really good ones. Love an early shiny on stream though, because that it just gives hope that we could get 2 shinies in one stream. Although, if it's Pachirisu, the next hunt will be Drifloon, which means a guaranteed 1 phase hunt. But again, the Drifloon could take another 10,000, 20,000 encounters before it actually shows up. But at least I know it's 1 hunt and done. Whereas this Pachirisu, it could be another 15 hunts yet, another 15 phases, who knows. We are over odds though. We're closing in on like a 75% chance I should have seen a shiny Pachirisu by now, which is decent odds. 75-ish% chance. We're sitting in the 25% right now. So let's say 100 people were hunting for this. Out of this many phases and encounters that everyone has, 75 of the 100 people would have found Pachirisu, 25 wouldn't, and I'm sitting in that bowl with those 25 people thinking, ugh, we don't have it yet, but all these other guys do. Do you think you'll ever mix it up and do a Drifloon? I mean, I hope so, eventually. We just need to find the Pachirisu first. I want that Drifloon. I want this episode to end. We should have ended it in the last video, but it took too long, and now it's still going on. I hope this isn't a reoccurring thing, though, where I've got to split episodes into, like, well, split routes into separate videos because it takes too long. I hope this is just a one-off. But, I mean, there's a lot of 10% hunts still to go throughout this series, so it might happen again. I mean, it's probably more likely to happen than not. But, yeah, I hope another one doesn't happen for a while. We just need the Pachirisu, and then get the Drifloon, wrap up the episode, and then we can move to Eterna Forest. Wouldn't that be fun? Next shiny is going to be Pachi around 5,900. Wouldn't mind it. 5,900, so about 1,600-ish away. That could probably take about an hour and a half to get to 5,900. Probably a bit less, an hour and 15 minutes. Wouldn't mind, wouldn't mind. I'm just tired of being in Valley Windwork. Although if I move like 5 tiles down or something, then we can get the Drifloon. And that'll also just be exciting just because it's a change of scenery. If we do find Pachirisu though, then I'm going to have to go in Photoshop and then get a new sprite of the Drifloon shiny and then put that in the hunt place and everything and switch up the backgrounds. I mean, that's fine though. I can even just live stream doing that, I guess. It'll only take me like less than 5 minutes. And to be honest, I would prefer doing that than hunt for another Shinx or another Shellos. So, yeah. Let's wrap up this Pachirisu today, please. I've noticed that on these streams that I'm doing though, the later that the stream is happening, the more viewers join. Like, I've started this one early by half an hour, and we've got 9 people in here right now, which is fine, which is all good. But usually by like 10, 11 p.m, we have like 20 viewers, maybe a bit more. But that's getting pretty late for me, so I'm still trying to find like the ideal time to stream. Like when we did the Sapphire Dream Team quest hunt last week, I mean, we just didn't get as many viewers anyway because it wasn't Route Master, and that was kind of expected. Even though again, it's the same, you know, it's still shiny hunting. But we only got like on average about 10 viewers, but these streams, like the Route Master streams, usually average around 20, but that's not for like another hour yet before more people start to join, and that's pretty late for me already. Although I have been streaming until midnight, so you know I get a solid like 2 hours with more people in, but I don't know why. Is it like just too early in America? Is that like that's the only thing I'm thinking? Is it's like too early in America for streams? And I haven't streamed on a weekend yet, so I feel like that's probably different because like during the day in America, people will be working and all that stuff, won't have time to tune into the stream. But on a weekend, people won't be as busy, might be more people around. So I'll likely stream this weekend for the first time, since I didn't this past weekend just gone because I was recording the Mirror B video. Yeah, I'm still trying to just figure out when is the best time to stream. But also, I don't have a better time to stream. You know, I've got responsibilities, I've got my daughter to look after, I've got work and all that stuff. So this is kind of the only time where I can stream, which is pretty late at night here. But it just doesn't seem like there's as many people around. So I don't know. I guess it doesn't bother me too much as long as we got people in the chat and we have a good time and people are talking, getting involved and stuff, then it's all good, you know? If I'm just sitting here, just by myself, no one around, then that's where it gets a bit boring. I'm like, okay, what do I do now? I'm the same time zone as you. I can't stay up for the whole stream, so I will drop off at some point. Time zones will matter, and consistent start and end times would let people plan more. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, I agree. Which is why I have been starting pretty much the same time every stream, like around 9:30. Today I've started slightly earlier just because my daughter fell asleep earlier, so I had a bit extra time, and I thought, why wait around an extra half an hour to start when I can just get the stream a bit longer today? But yeah, it's true. It's true. Can't wait for you to catch shiny Shellos. Let's go. Oh man, don't say that. Don't say that. But at this point, anything but Shinx. Maybe I should change the title to anything but Shinx. We have 11 now throughout the course of this series. Almost a third of all of the shinies I've caught in this series have been Shinx. Crazy. We're having a good Sage and Parsley as well as Time. Oh, man. Are you old enough to be making dad jokes like that? Don't jinx the shiny shinks. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. We got one yesterday. I don't need another one today. Have you gotten Progress? I did get Progress on episode 2 of the series. Shiny Bidoof that I caught. I think it might have even been the very first Bidoof that I caught in episode 2. It had Progress. So yeah, I've got Progress. Although I can't spread it anymore because like you only have like 24 hours or something to actually spread it to other Pokemon. And at the time, I was shiny hunting. I didn't have any other Pokemon to spread it around to. And then the Progress ended, I guess. So the Piplup got it with the Bidoof, but that's it. No one else has it. I have many friends who question if I have a child I am unaware of. Hopefully that's not because you're a sexual deviant. But who knows? Who knows? You can put Progress in a box and it will freeze it. Yeah, I'm aware. Just at the time, I literally only had 2 Pokemon on that account. I had the Piplup starter, and then I'd just caught Bidoof, and that's everything that was on the account. And I didn't think to put it in the box. I just thought, well, got nothing else in the party, so I kept it around, and it's too late to change that now. Fun fact, if you catch enough Shinx, you'll wonder if Shiny Pachirisu is real. Please catch Shiny Pachirisu this stream. I need more Route Master episodes. I mean, yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Shiny Pachirisu is real. The only reason I know it is because on Shine and Pearl, this is one of the handful of shinies I've caught on Shine and Pearl was Pachirisu for some reason, and now it haunts my dreams. So, yeah, never getting over that. I'm super lonely, they just hate my jokes. Oh man, don't say it like that. Yeah, we need this Pachirisu. I want more Route Master videos. I think that's the thing, with these videos. Some videos can take like 2 days, like the matchup Ponyta episode where I caught them both in the same day. And I was like, oh, I only released a video like yesterday and now I've caught both shinies that I need for the next one. Okay, I guess I'll get the video out straight away. So, like, there's been times where within 2 days there's been 2 episodes, or within a week there's been 3 episodes, because that's happened as well. And then right now, because of Valley Windwork, there was 1 episode in 2 months, and now we're continuing. It's been another week and a half since the last episode, and we're still going in Valley Windworks. So yeah, it's inconsistent uploads, but it's just how shiny hunting goes, I guess. Sometimes you get really lucky and get everything you want, which has happened a few times for me, and sometimes you get really unlucky. Like, I guess this is the first time it's happened so far in the series where I've got very unlucky, to the point it's taken this long, but yeah, not ideal. Don't worry, man, I just went 4 phases on a buddy. I mean, 4 phases, I would love a 4-phase hunt for Pachirisu. This is phase 14. Shiny Munchlax and X's, we now have access to honey, pretty please. No, I've mentioned already, I'm saving the honey hunt for once we have all trees unlocked. Because, Munchlax could be in one of 4 trees anywhere on the map and nowhere else. So I don't want to do like half of the honey hunts. Pretty much all of the honey hunts apart from Munchlax and then be stuck waiting on Munchlax. So I'd rather just do them all once I have access to all of the trees, so I can guarantee getting a Munchlax in one of them. And also, I think some of the honey Pokemon I can get elsewhere in the game beforehand, which means a shorter honey episode because I will have caught some of the Pokemon that you can find in the trees before I get every tree unlocked. So yeah, that's the plan. Like Combi, for example, you can get that in trees, which if I was to start honey trees now, I would need to do. I would need to get Combi. But you can get Combi in some of the routes as well that are coming up soon. So instead of doing the honey hunt for Combi, I can get it on one of the routes that's coming up in about 4 episodes time-ish, something like that. So yeah, it just saves me doing it during the massive honey hunt that I'm going to have to do at some point. What's the lowest encounter rate you have to phase during the series? It depends. I haven't, like, I mentioned this on one of the previous streams, but I haven't planned that far ahead. So I don't know all of the encounter rates for all of the upcoming Pokemon and stuff. I usually research the next episode in advance, but that's it. So like Eterna Forest, I know that the Ghastly is only 4% in there, which is a new Pokemon that we need to find. But I also know I can boost it to like 50%, so it's not going to be so bad. There is likely other Pokemon like that, which are like a 1% chance or a 4% chance or 5%, that sort of thing. But I don't know exactly. I haven't researched all of them. I'll do it when I get there. But yeah, I'm expecting there will be hard hunts going forward as well. But also, there is likely methods for pretty much every hunt going forward with a low encounter rate to boost that in some way. It's just this specific one, there is no way to boost it. How about Dustox in Eterna Forest? Well, I need Cascoon, so if I get a Wurmple or a Cascoon, like a Wurmple that evolves into Cascoon or just a Cascoon shiny, then I don't need Dustox. If Dustox comes first while I'm hunting, because Dustox is only a 1% chance in the forest, but if I somehow manage to find Dustox first in the forest before Cascoon, then I still need to get Cascoon anyway because I'm missing that middle evolution. Whereas if I get Cascoon first, then I can just evolve it into Dustox and I don't need to worry about it. So, yeah. So even though I don't have Dustox yet, or Beautyfly, those 1% hunts I don't care about. I have Silcoon, so I can get Beautyfly. I just need a Cascoon, which is like 10% chance, I think. Maybe 5%, maybe 10%. I think 10% is more likely. But again, that can be boosted, I believe. I don't know, I can't remember the exact encounter rate in the forest for Cascoon. But Wurmple's also in there, and it's likely I'm going to get a shiny Wurmple in there as well. And if that evolves into Cascoon, then so be it. That's fine. Even better. Actually, should I check now live what the spawn rates are in Eterna Forest? I'm going to check. Hold on a second, guys. Eterna Forest Platinum. Let's see. What do we have? Because there's at least like 3 new Pokemon that I need in here. So what do we have? We have Ghastly at 4%. Hoothoot is also new, which is a 10% hunt. Okay, so that's 2. We have Wurmple, which is 10% during the morning, 10% during the day. We have Silcoon already, so that's fine. Cascoon is a 5% encounter rate. Eee. Kricketot we already have, Budu we already have, and then Buneri is a 24% chance, which is also new. So we've got a few. We've got Buneri 24%, Cascoon 5%, or Wurmple at 10% during the morning or daytime. Hoothoot at 10% and Ghastly at 4%. So 4 Pokemon we need to find in the forest. Alright, I thought it was just 3, but I forgot about Hoothoot, so there we go. We have 4 Pokemon we need to find in Eterna Forest, which will be the next episode after this one. But it's all going to be double battles, and the encounters are going to skyrocket. It's going to take me 4 hours to get like 8,000 encounters, so it should be very quick. But being very quick doesn't mean I'm going to find the shinies that I want, because as you can see here, 14 phases and still no Pachirisu yet. What if you come across a 1% hunt that you can't boost and need? I don't know. We'll just have to figure that out once we get there, really. I don't know when or if that'll happen, so yeah, we'll figure it out once it's there. Have you looked into false swipe TM or learn set? Would be good for blood pressure on those rare encounter shinies. Yes, I have, but I don't think you get that TM for quite a while yet, and there's no Pokemon who can learn it again for quite a while. So, yeah, it's not something that I can take into account right now. Shiny Pachirisu in 6? In 6 what? 6 encounters? Wouldn't mind. I mean, we're on 4,740 at the minute, so wouldn't mind it. Trophy Garden will be crazy. Multiple 5% targets needed. Yeah, that's going to be an annoying one. There might be some methods to boost, but again, nothing about it right now. That's a long way away yet. I'll worry about it when the time comes. I meant, like, would you take a break from the Pachirisu and go for Drifloon? No, I kind of want to do them in order. Like, I built up the last episode so that Pachirisu is the one we need, which it is. I don't want to just, like, skip it to get Drifloon, even though we are still in the same area, and then come back to it. It doesn't really make a difference at the end of the day. Yes, it's a slight break, I guess, for me, but I'm still shiny hunting either way. And I feel like if I move over to Drifloon now and get a shiny, I'll be like, oh, now I've got to go back in there and finish off the hunt for Pachirisu. Like, no, I just want that done first so then I can move on and be happy with life again. I did do a couple of single rolls, to be fair. Like, every time I found a shiny, I'd do, like, one encounter of Drifloon just to see, on that incredibly small chance that it would be. So I've done maybe, like, 5 encounters or something of Drifloon. I don't know. I didn't add them up. It doesn't really count. I wasn't expecting anything. But it would have been cool if one popped up. I mean, it definitely would have counted if a shiny did pop up. But I wasn't expecting it to, and therefore those very few encounters I did don't count towards the counter. Oh, we almost got the 6 Shalosses of Doom. Fortunately, Shinx saved the day. And now it's just attack. Come on. You don't need to attack me just because you're the only Shinx. There we go. Go away. I didn't want you either, to be honest. Where's the Pachirisus? There's none even coming up. Like, not even just shiny Pachirisu, but like, we're not even getting normal Pachirisus coming up anymore. I know there's a 1 in 10 chance. Like, 10% chance, but we've got 6 games going at once. We should see, like, I would hope to see at least one Pachirisu most of the time when we're doing the 6 encounters at once. If Pachirisu doesn't have pickup ability as well, like I've said, there is Runaway and Pickup. Pickup is by far the ability we want on Pachirisu the most. Just because we can leave it in the party and it'll grab items constantly. If we get a Pachirisu with a Runaway ability, it is going in the PC and we're never seeing it again. We're literally never going to use it if it has Runaway. If it's got Pickup, it'll at least be in the party. We might use it for a battle here or there if we're really out of options and it's still in the party. But if it has Runaway, we are never seeing it again. We're catching it, it's staying in the PC, and it's never coming out. They all went back to collect the shiny. They will be back soon. Wouldn't mind, hopefully. Over under 2035 for series end. Poor under, definitely. If I'm still doing this series in 9 years' time, I will be 40 years old. Yeah, I'm not doing it when I'm 40. I mean, I kind of expect this series to take realistic. Oh, excuse me. Realistically, I'm expecting about 3 years for this series because we will pick up the pace by like the third gym. Because after the third gym, most routes only have like one new Pokemon that we need to find. So each individual episode, hopefully, will come out a bit quicker after the third gym. Apart from when we do a fish and grind or egg grind. Yeah, for the most part, each individual route should be quicker. So we should start getting through things a bit quicker. But yeah, it's still probably going to take about 3 years, I think. About. And we're close to 8 months in now. And yeah, we've still only got one badge. But it will speed up. It definitely will speed up. And then there's a Safari Zone as well, which I still have no idea what I'm going to do with yet, if I'm honest. I don't know what to do with the Safari Zone. Because I literally could be stuck there for like a full year. Because there is some very low encounter rates, which I can't do anything to boost. And obviously, even if I found the shiny, it could run away. Which has a high chance with these low encounter spawns anyway. So I could be stuck there for a very long time. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with that yet. I'm thinking that is the one area that I skip and save until the very end of the series, is the Safari Zone. Or the Great Marsh, whatever you want to call it. Either way, it's the same thing, I guess. So yeah, I think that is going to be my one free pass throughout this entire series. Is when I get the Safari Zone, I skip it until the end. That's my current plan. Unless I can figure out a different way to get all of the shinies in there, which makes life a lot easier. But I don't even think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. Like the one I'm thinking of the most is Carnivire. Is that its name? Carnivire? That is a 1% spawn, I believe. And finding that in the Safari Zone is going to be a nightmare. So, yeah. Not looking forward to that. But that's not until, like, the 6th gym, I think. Is it around the 6th gym or 7th gym? When you get the Great Marsh. It's somewhere down there in the southeast corner of the map. Carnivine, yeah. I don't think you can get it anywhere else apart from the Safari Zone, so it's like it's not like I can find it somewhere else first either and then save the Safari Hunt. I'm not sure about everything else in the Safari Zone. I think most things you can find elsewhere, but there's definitely like a few that are specific to the Safari Zone, like Carnivine. Carnivine is 10%? Okay, well, it's not that bad. But either way, a 10% hunt in the Safari Zone without being able to boost odds, and the fact it can run away. Like, imagine if this Pachirisu could run away. Like, we've already spent over 2 months on it. It still isn't here. We've done 14 phases, still haven't found it. And then imagine if I do find it and it just runs away straight away. Like, put me on suicide watch. Seriously. It is faster in the Safari Zone, to be fair, it is. But not that significantly that, like, it makes that much difference. Like, you can see how quick I'm getting through encounters here. It's pretty much like one encounter every 10 seconds or so, 10-15 seconds. From run around in the grass to the encounter popping up to run away and then starting the cycle again. It takes about 10 seconds or so. So doing that in the Safari Zone, it might be slightly quicker, but it's going to take like, what, 8 seconds? Something like that. It's not going to make much of a difference, really. Shiny today? I hope so. I hope so. Let's just get the Pachirisu and move on with life. But yeah, I guess tomorrow, guys, I won't be around. I'm traveling to Glasgow for a wrestling show, so that should be fun. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, but we will be back on Thursday, and we'll be doing the Sapphire Dream Team quest hunt, since we're doing that once a week now. And yeah, maybe we'll find the first Pokemon in Sapphire for the Dream Team quest. If we find the Lotad in Sapphire, then I can upload episode 1 of the Dream Team quest on Sapphire, which will be good. I'm curious to see how it does, because like I was saying yesterday, any video of mine that isn't Route Master just does badly. That's just how it is. But I was talking yesterday about, do I need to find a unique idea to get new viewers in, which I'm feeling probably is the case, or do I do videos that everyone does, like Dream Team quests, like Nuzlocke, and then because it's such a well-known idea, people click it because they know what they're expecting. So I've done new ideas, and they haven't worked really. So I am curious to see how a Shiny Dream Team quest will do on Sapphire. Will it do good because it's an idea that people already know? Or will it not do so good because, well, it's not Route Master, and that's it. That's all that people are like watching my videos for. I don't know. But it is shiny hunting. It is shiny hunting, so I've got a feeling people will be interested because people like shiny hunting. So I don't know. I'm curious, but we need to find Lotad first. So we'll be doing that on Thursday. Hopefully we find one. In the first stream we did of it, we were like 4,000 something encounters in. So we're about halfway to odds. There's definitely a chance we could find a shiny Pokemon in the next stream on that game. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's just nice to not be playing Platinum and hunting Pachirisu forever. I was able to reach odds on 3 games in the Safari Zone in one day. I mean, yeah, I know it's faster, but is it really that much faster than the amount of encounters I'm doing now? Like, the amount of encounters I'm doing now is very, very fast. Like I say, like every 10 seconds-ish, I'm getting another 6 encounters, so it is very fast. But, yeah. I don't feel like the Safari Zone will be that much faster. It definitely will be, though, in Eterna Forest. I'll be getting to odds every, like, between 3 and 4 hours. Whereas now it takes me about 7 hours to get to odds. Probably just under 7 hours. Maybe 6.5 hours to get to odds. Which is quick anyway. But when I'm managing about 2.5, 3 hours of hunting each day, it means it takes me about 2 days, 2 to 3 days to get to odds. If a hunt goes to odds. If it's under, then great. If it's over, then oh no. Gym 4 is when you unlock Safari? Really? It's that early? Oh, I thought it was like Gym 6. I mean, I could be thinking of Gen 1, I guess, as well. Gen 1's late in, I think. Actually, that makes sense because pretty much every Safari Zone, you've got like level 20s to 30s in there. So Gym 4, that makes sense. I'd be finding like level 30s in the Safari Zone. Alright, okay. So it's a bit earlier than expected, but it's still quite a while away yet. Like, I'm not going to be getting a Gym 4 anytime soon. Well, we're over 5,000 encounters now, which is the most amount of encounters in this episode that we're currently recording, because this is phase 5 of this current episode that we're recording, and each encounter so far has been, well, the highest one was 4,600. So all 4 encounters we've found so far this episode have been under half odds, pretty much. This one is over 5,000 now, so maybe we're not too shiny. I feel like this one is definitely going to be closer to odds, if not over, just because we haven't had a hunt over in a while. If you don't mind me asking, what's your day job? I'm a product manager, which means basically I tell developers what to do, they make it, and then I give it to customers and say, look what we did. Did you download the stream last time? I couldn't. I had to... It wouldn't let me download it, so I had to record the YouTube screen of the live stream. So the quality on the next episode of Getting That Shinx is not going to be as good because I had to record the screen of the YouTube video instead of just having the raw file. So that one part of the video of Getting Shinx yesterday is going to be slightly worse video quality. Not by much, like it's not going to be that noticeable. But yeah, that's why. Because I forgot to record it properly. But I am recording now, we're all good. That was a one-time mistake. It's because when I'm live streaming on my my like tab at the bottom where it's got all of the programs I've got open, it shows the recording symbol on OBS when you're live streaming, but I'm used to just seeing that recording symbol when I'm recording. So I seen the red dot and thought, yeah, I'm recording. But no, I was just streaming, I wasn't also recording. So yeah, it's all sorted though. Hey Green, how's it going? Will include chat reactions for stream shinies. I won't, because I don't show chat on screen, I guess. It's tough to. I mean, I could get chat on the screen through OBS. I could do that. I would need to figure out how to set it up. I couldn't just do it right now. It would take me some YouTube tutorials and stuff to figure out how to get chat on screen. I could, but also I kind of like everything's set up the way it is. You know? Maybe I'll change it, maybe. I don't know. But it won't be today and it won't be in the next episode, so no, there is no chat reactions in the video, unfortunately. You tried NoTube to download the stream? My go-to is usually YouTube to MP3. That's how I get music off YouTube and stuff. And it's usually fine because you can usually just download videos as well. But because the stream was 2.5 hours long, it was just too long for it to process. So yeah, it just didn't work. But I mean, I record the stream, it's all good. I think it's the same site. Oh, maybe. I don't know. All of these YouTube download sites are basically the same. You get spammed with ads, and then you get a file which you've just got to hope is the one that you want and not a virus. Oh, I am looking forward to tomorrow though. I've got 2 days off work. Travel to Glasgow. I'm not looking forward to driving for 3 hours though. I mean, that's not going to be fun. I mean, I'm complaining, but like, I know you guys in America go on road trips and driving for 3 hours is like nothing for a lot of people in America. Driving for 3 hours in England is like going from one end of the country to the other, almost. Well, you can get through the majority of the country in 3 hours. So, Well, I mean, I'm not even going from England to England. I'm going from England to Scotland, a completely different country, but we're close. We're close. But yeah, driving 3 hours to Glasgow, check out AEW, and then have some food and everything. And yeah, then tomorrow we'll have a look around, um, do a bit of sightseeing, get some more food and everything, and then drive back home again. I drive 3 hours to work and back every day. You mean 3 hours there, 3 hours back, or 3 hours in total? If it's 3 hours in total, then that's not so bad. But if you're driving 3 hours there and 3 hours back, why not just get a job closer to home? That's 6 hours of your life every day just driving for work. That's almost a full shift just driving. I wonder whether the road design makes a difference in how long drives feel. Definitely does. Because every day I take my daughter to nursery on a morning and pick her up on a night, and there's two different ways I can go. One is on the motorway, which is just a straight line, which takes 18 minutes, or I can go the shorter route through all of the winding streets and fields and stuff, which takes 20 minutes, just an extra 2 minutes, but it's shorter distance. And I always take that route, even though it's slower slightly, just because it's a nicer drive instead of just being stuck on a motorway. But this drive tomorrow is just basically all motorway, and it's unavoidable. Got my crystal shiny Selby the other day. Made my luck spread to you. I don't need it right now after all. Oh, very nice. I remember you saying you were getting it. How many encounters did it take? Were you keeping count? Or, I mean, if not, then, I mean, congratulations either way on getting the shiny. That's a very nice one. Ah, where's all the Pachirisus? Come on. Come on. I would love to see 6 Pachirisu pop up at once. But then I would also hate that because I know the odds in that happening are 1 in a million. And if I just wasted a 1 in a million chance just to see 6 normal Pachirisu, I would probably cry. But you know, we're not really seeing many Pachirisu pop up every encounter. Which means just less likely that one of them is going to be shiny, which isn't ideal, but you never know. See, where are they all? Since I mentioned it, we've just done 4 encounters there without a single Pachirisu. Like, well, 24 encounters, I guess, altogether. No Pachirisu. It's supposed to be 1 in 10. Then there's another 6. No Pachirisu. 1 in 30. Come on, where's the Pachirisu? Will we get one this time? After this weasel stops attacking? There we go. Are we going to get one here? We do not. That is 1 in 36 now. 36 encounters without a single Pachirisu. Come on, I'm just curious now to see how high we can go without seeing a Pachirisu now. That's 36 without a Pachirisu. Can we get a 42? No, there's one. 1. In 42 encounters, we finally got a Pachirisu. I would lose count instantly if I did track it, but the last backup save that I made was from 2 years ago. Oof. So it's been a long hunt then. Do you think you'll do a double shiny before the series end? It's very unlikely. Let's be honest. A 1 in 8,192 happening twice in a row. I don't even know what the odds of that are. Something massive. Like 300,000? Something like that? Probably more. Yeah, it's unlikely. It's unlikely. Hello, Marcus. Hello, welcome, welcome. I've got 25 people in here right now. See, this is what I was saying, guys. When it gets to around 10 p.m, we get more viewers in. I was saying this right at the start. Like, we had on average about 10 people in for the first almost hour. Like, we've been streamed for almost an hour now, and now we're up to 25. It's good. It always picks up around 10 p.m, which is pretty late. But yeah, we'll still be going until midnight. When I seen you get 2 shiny Shellos at once, I couldn't believe my eyes. Yeah, that was just because the wrong screen was set up, unfortunately. I should actually be sleeping now. Yeah, I mean, well, where are you also in UK, Marcus, or are you somewhere else in the world? I mean, either way, even in the UK, 10 p.m, it's starting to get pretty late. Change my name to my email at some point? I don't know. Your YouTube name is just a name and then a number. Unless that is also your email. But it doesn't have at blahblah.com or whatever at the end of it, so yeah. 64 million? Oh, I thought it was like 600,000, not million. Okay, that's massive odds. Yeah, so the likelihood of getting 2 shinies at once, yeah, that's very small. Very, very small. The wrong screen shiny happened a few times tonight. It's happened twice now, which is just annoying. Sometimes OBS, even though I switch the screens when setting things up, just doesn't switch, which happened at the very start of this stream. I had to close all of the games and reopen them again because it wouldn't switch to the right screen. It's just like a glitch in OBS that happens very rarely, but does happen sometimes, and it's just so happened to happen twice without me realizing while I've found a shiny. And it also just happens to be on the account where the screen is not showing the right screen either, which is doubly annoying. But yeah, it's happened twice. I've seen Professor Rex get 2 shinies at once a few times, but he has like 30 screens at once, so how rare could it be? I mean, that's boosting the odds a lot there, I guess. Could you name the shiny Pachirisu Marcus? I mean, it's all Korean letters, so I mean, I could spell it out in Korean, I guess, but we're not nicknaming any shinies in this series because I want to know the Korean names of Pokemon. I want to get used to them. I want to see them all the time. So if I name them something else, then I'm not gonna remember the names. Now YouTube shows the unique name of your channel, not what you renamed it. Don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure why they changed it either, but mine should just be Hero PKMN, I think, instead of just Hero. My favourite multiple shiny encounter is stuff like 5 shinies in a horde in XY/Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire through RNG manip. So, yeah. Does it not take the fun out of it though, doing RNG manipulation? Because then it's like, I mean, I can talk with using slight speed up and stuff, but you know, it's like you've hacked the system almost to guarantee yourself a shiny, or in this case like 5 shinies at once, instead of actually working for it. What is the backstory for the YouTube name? Should I go through all of my YouTube account names, history, I guess? So my first channel was called Unknown SB4. The reason for that is I was making a gamer tag when I was like 11, 12, and I thought, oh no, it wasn't a game tag. It was my RuneScape account. I was making a RuneScape account when I was about 11-ish or something like that, maybe 10. And I thought, what do I want my username to be? So I thought, well, I don't want people to know who I am, so the first part can be unknown. My initials are SB, so unknown SB, and then 4 is my favorite number, so unknown SB4. That was my original username. And then after that, I had yellow, spelt YIEILILOW, because when I made the gamer tag on Xbox, having the I's before the E's and L's made it look like 3D. So I had yellow, and the name Yellow came about because there was a Call of Duty YouTuber called Red who did the same thing. Like, his name was IRIEID, and it looked like it said red, like all 3D. That's why I picked yellow. Even though yellow's not my favorite color. My favorite color is purple, but it is what it is. Purple didn't really work as well with the 3D by putting the eyes in between the letters, so yeah. Although it really does, doesn't it? Apart from the U, you can put an I before any letter. But, oh well, either way, I picked yellow. And then I moved to Superhero, spelled SUPA hero, HEEROH, because I was thinking in Geordie accent, like Newcastle Geordie accent. How do you say superhero? Superhero? How do you spell it? SUPA, super, hero, HEEROH, hero. So, superhero, like that. And then I just shortened it to hero. And it's still hero now. SP? No, SB, B for Bravo. Bravo's not my last name. I'm not Johnny Bravo. That's the, what is it? The alpha, what's it called? Alphanumeric keyboard? That's not alphanumeric. What's it called? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. That way of speaking. When I RNG manip, though, I go all out and get the perfect Pokemon, i.e. Nature, IVs, X. Dependent on the game, you can either be really creative or somewhat restricted. Fair enough, fair enough. But again, does it not feel like kind of hacking the system if you're getting perfect IV Pokemon because you're manipulating it to be perfect? It's not like a random encounter chance or anything like that. You're making sure it is exactly that. I mean, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how complicated it is or anything. It could be a very difficult process that takes hours, but I don't know. For my shiny Nuzlocke of Y, for example, I only RNG'd the TID to 00000 and then went on to get the shiny Froakie for 3 years on and off. Okay, so it still takes a long time. 3 years to get one shiny. Oh. No thank you. I missed your message, Wesley. I don't even know if he's still here now, but thanks for sticking by for a while anyway. Hopefully we do get the shiny tonight. Oh, trainer ID. Ah, okay. But yeah, going back to my usernames, they all came from either RuneScape, Xbox gamer tags, and then Superheroes, just because I wanted another YouTube account, and I don't know. I don't really know why specifically Superhero, to be honest. And then just Hero. It just came to me and I liked it. Is Poliwrath your mascot? Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl is like the cool younger brother, and then Poliwrath is like the angry older brother. I don't know. I like Poliwhirl. He looks harmless. A bit confused. And then Poliwrath is literally exactly the same in design, apart from he's now angry and slightly taller. It is the laziest evolution design out of any Pokemon. They didn't even have to change anything, they just made him slightly bigger and angry. He looks exactly the same. Regarding the speed up, you get more encounters per hour. That's whatever, not everyone can spend so much time in front of the console. Exactly. And I've mentioned this before on stream, but for some reason the speed up works differently depending on if I'm in battle or out of battle. So outside of battle, usually it's 60 frames a second. So right now, stand in the grass, I am using speed up, and it goes up to 80 frames a second. So instead of 60, it's 80, so I'm getting 1/3 quicker speed. Whereas when I go into battle, it for some reason goes up to like 180 frames a second, so I'm getting like 3 times speed inside battle. But out of battle, it's 1/3 quicker, which is hardly anything. It's enough to notice because everyone's so used to the speed of Pokemon games as is, and you can tell that I am moving quicker, which I am. I'm moving 1/3 quicker, but it seems even quicker than that for some reason. When it's not, it is just 1/3 quicker that I am moving. But then in battle, as soon as the battle animation starts, it bumps up to like 3 times speed. Don't know why the emulators do that, but there you go. That's what happens. But the encounters continue to rise. We are getting close to 5,600 now. Still no end in sight. We're getting all the Shellos again, which isn't ideal. We just need the Pachirisu. And we're good to go. And hopefully it comes at some point today. But who knows? Who knows? We got 2 Pachirisu there in 1 encounter though, which is good going. A 1 in 100 chance of that happening. Can we get 3 at the same time? That would be 1 in 1,000. 4 is 1 in 10,000. 5, 1 in 100,000. And 6, 1 in a million. So yeah, hopefully we don't find 6 Pachirisu at the same time. Unless one is shiny, in which case I'll take it. But I don't want to waste a 1 in a million chance on just seeing 6 normal Pachirisu. Thank you. Please don't do that to me, game. Unless you want to give me the shiny at the same time. There was this really good video from Wretched Pokemon about the idea of full odds and the elitism in some parts of the shiny hunting community. Yeah, I mean, I've experienced it firsthand now. People complaining about speed up and using emulators and all that stuff, and it's like, well, if you don't like it, don't watch. Does it really affect you as a viewer, though, if I'm playing a game a certain way? Oh no, I'm not using official hardware. Now what? What difference does it make? If I was using DS's here to do this, and I had 6 hooked up, and I was playing the game in normal speed, does it really make any difference to you as a viewer? All it means is that these videos would take longer, and I would have spent a lot of money getting 6 DS's and mod them, connect them all up, and record the videos in a slower pace. So does it really make a difference to you as a viewer? I don't know. But, I mean, like you said, the shiny hunting community elitism, I have experienced some of these comments. It's the same with the AI stuff. I get it. A lot of people don't like AI. I understand that. But also, I don't want to pay to have something that AI can do for me in 5 seconds for free. Sometimes it just helps a lot. Sometimes it's just so much easier and quicker to get something done, and I get it. It's damaging the environment or whatever else, damaging the water, blah blah. But we're not going to change that. The world is moving towards AI. In another 2 to 3 years' time, everyone will be using AI for everything, and that's not going to change. AI is only getting better and faster and being used in more and more things. It's going to be at the point soon where you're not even going to be able to tell what is AI and what isn't, and programs that you use on a daily basis, shops that you go into, machines that you use are all going to be using AI, and that's just the way of the world. So if I want to create an image and use it, am I a bad person? Maybe. Some people can't afford to get editors and designers and all that stuff though. But you know, the AI logo I did make at the start of the Rootmaster series, yes, I did make it for speed and because I just felt like the video would benefit from having a logo, and I didn't want to make one, and AI was very quick and easy to just throw me out a logo. I then, because of the backlash, even though technically I received comments from people saying, oh, I can't believe you're using an AI logo. And then when I released the video of me showing you that I created a new logo personally for it, I had so many comments on that video saying, don't worry what these people are saying about AI, just use it, it's fine. And more people were more supportive about me not caring about people complaining. I was like, yeah, why do people care so much? It's a logo, or it's an image. Get over it. Let me throw rocks from my glass house. I really absolutely despise AI. My issue with it is the unethical sourcing and training of basically all models. I understand that. But how are we going to not do that? AI is going to be used whether you like it or not. It just is. It's only going to improve and get better. How do we not train it from sourcing other things? You can't really. And it's not going to get better without doing that. So what's the solution there? There is no solution. Apart from just let it continue doing its thing. I think you're thinking too broadly, too narrowly, actually, with the none of the artists were asked or reimbursed for the usage of their art and training of these models. I'm not talking about specifically image generation. I'm talking about AI in general. So like using ChatGPT to figure out an answer to a question, or you know, other learning models, or you know, when you go to McDonald's and you use the kiosk machine and there's AI asking you what you want to order and all this stuff. You know, everything's using AI. Everything's trained on a certain model. Image generation, yes, is one part of it. And yes, it will be taking other people's work and kind of changing it to fit your requirements and stuff. I understand that. But if I want a border for a screen and I don't want to pay a designer to do it, I can tell AI, look, give me a border. I want it to be a certain color. I want it to look a certain way. And then it spits one out in 2 minutes and it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll take it. Forgive me. It's my vision with what I want it to look like. And yes, it might have been trained and modeled from other people's pieces of work, but it's not, someone hasn't made the exact border that I'm requesting. They might have had elements that are inspired by other pieces of art, but this is my idea. And I've just asked it to create it, and then it's quick and easy. So yeah. I'm kind of over people complaining about AI now. If I see it in my video comments, I'm just going to remove it because I'm just sick of seeing it. And yeah, it's going to help me from time to time. I'm not purposely making entire videos fully AI or whatever. Like, I'm not. The gameplay is always going to be gameplay. If people complain because I'm using like one image in a certain point of a video, then that's on them. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to please everyone, no matter what I do. That is unethical. It's just stealing. I mean, I understand. I get it. I get it. But what else do you want it to do? Like, how are we going to get around this? AI image generation is just going to improve. It just will. They're not going to just shut down image generation all of a sudden. It's only going to improve and it's only going to get better. And how else are you supposed to train it without showing it other art? I understand it's people's art. But if I ask for a border, like I mentioned, how am I supposed to know who it's trained these models off? Especially when I've requested a specific thing. Like, it might have one tiny little element of like a few pixels of an idea within this entire border that I've asked for. How do I find that artist? How do I know who it's for or anything like that? And even if I did find the artist, how would I even know that it's theirs or related or anything when it's only one tiny little part that maybe looks slightly similar a little bit, but isn't? I don't know. I think that you're creative and capable enough to create borders yourself. When you said that was your idea, you can do it yourself. That's the thing. I can. I know I can. But sometimes for speed and sometimes ideas I have are too complicated for my skill set. Like, yes, I'm decent in Photoshop. Yes, I can create some sprites and do what I need to do occasionally. But sometimes I have ideas that are just past my level of skill. And when I can get an image quickly and put in my idea and get it, then yeah, that's it. I'm not going to have an argument against it anymore, you know? It is what it is. Pretty much every YouTuber that you see is using AI in some way, and you might just not even realize it. You know, the thumbnails, for example, where you see someone with really smooth skin, sharpened corners, all that stuff, things in the background that weren't previously there. You know, they've put them through AI tools and that to sharpen the image and make it clearer and all this stuff. All these presets and everything that's created. It all goes through AI anyway. Hey man, love the videos. Been shiny hunting on fire red leaf green in the power plant. You're making a lot of progress and hopefully the next shiny is the little squirrel. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. We might be watching different YouTubers. Probably. But again, I'm not there looking for AI. If someone uses AI, I don't care. If someone doesn't use AI, I don't care. I don't look for it. I don't comment on it. It's just, if someone releases content and it's entertaining, I couldn't care less. I'm here to be entertained. I'm not here for an ethical time. As long as the entire video isn't fully AI. Like, if it's so obvious everything's AI, like the voice, the actual video itself. If someone uses a little image that's generated or a little pop-up or something that's AI generated, couldn't care less. Just get on with it. Sup, Weezer? How's it going? We're getting up in the ranks. We're close to 6,000 encounters now. We could be due a shiny soon. Could be. I do feel like this one is going to be over odds, so I'm expecting maybe, gonna say like 12,000, which if that is the case, then it's definitely not going to be tonight. But we'll see how we go in the next like hour and a half-ish. Over hour and a half. That's probably like We can probably get, well, we're 5,800, well, almost 5,900 now. How many encounters can we get in like another hour and 45 minutes? Probably like 2,000? So we're going to be pretty close to odds by the end of the stream. We're going to be around about 8,000 by the end. So, yeah, we might be good. What's your longest under odds streak? So, like, shortest streak? Was Onyx, which was 400 and... I want to say 86? 486? Or was it 286, actually? Hold on. Let me check the file. Let me check. I've got everything written down. I know it was definitely Onyx. Onyx in 264. Yeah, that was a short one. 264 is my shortest streak. But that came directly after my longest hunt, which was 46,734, which was for Zubat. So in that one episode where we got Onyx, I had my longest hunt followed by my shortest hunt back to back, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's just how it worked, I guess. Oh, your longest under odds hunts in a row? Oh, it might be the current streak that we're on. Let me have a quick look. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so in episode 2 we had 3 under odds, and then that was broken by an over odds. Is there any more than 3 in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 7 under odds hunts in a row on the Route 203 video. And yeah, that's the longest streak in a row. 7 in a row. We're currently 4 in a row. This is streak 5. Well, phase 5 of being under odds in a row, potentially, if we get a shiny in under 8,192. So we could be on a 5 streak, but the longest streak under odds is currently 7. You like me, I love keeping track of numbers and statistics. Yeah, I mean, every time I catch a shiny, I'm writing down the encounter count and also the time it took. Because, I mean, I put them at the end of every video as well, just to show everyone how many encounters and how long it took for each individual hunt. So I'm keeping track of it all. It's part of the fun, and it's also, I think it's just interesting to the viewers as well to get a bigger grasp of how long some of these hunts take. Because, like, some episodes I'm spending over 100 hours just in one area or whatever for a few shinies. And people sometimes don't grasp just how long some of these things can take. Now you can complete this entire game in like 7 hours, 8 hours, just playing through it normally. And I'm doing that much just for one shiny most of the time in this series. So, you know, while someone could complete this entire game, I'm getting one shiny in that same amount of time. Over under 1 million total encounters overall. Definitely over, because we're already over 300,000. And we're only at the first gym. Well, we're only just past the first gym. So definitely over 1 million. Almost guaranteed. Unless we get extremely lucky with shinies for the rest of the series, but we've still got a lot to do, believe it or not. Almost at 6,000 though. Oh, this Patris is not going away. And more hunts are coming up. There we go. We got rid of it in time. Let's continue. Just for more Charlotte and Shinx to show up. Not what we want to see. I hope we get a shiny on this stream though. Like, we've still got another hour and a half-ish left. Just over. Apart from one stream of Rootmaster, I think we've had a shiny in every stream so far. Apart from one. So, if we don't get one here today, then, you know, this is like an outlier stream where we've just ran around with nothing happening the entire time. And we started half an hour earlier than usual. There is the guy that is almost a million encounter in for one shiny. Definitely not. He must have had phases where he's found different shinies in between the hunt that he's actually going for. Like, yeah, he might be near a million for like a 1% chance shiny, but he would have definitely found a lot of shinies in between that aren't the one he's specifically hunting for. If he was doing one phase and he got to a million encounters, he's done something wrong. Shiny Chansey and Fire Red Leaf Green Safari Zone. Yeah, he had a lot of phases. Yeah, definitely. I thought so. I think the highest recorded one phase hunt on YouTube is like 80,000. 80 something thousand. Which is crazy. But then I've had a 47,000 hunt, which again is wild anyway. But even that is like a 1 in 200 chance of having a hunt go that long. 1 in 80,000 must be incredibly low. But I'm sure the top 5 are like all over like 65,000 encounters that are recorded on YouTube. So the fact that I had a 47,000 hunt, it's close to the top 5 longest hunts recorded on YouTube, I guess. I'm hoping to not have another one be that long in this entire series. Because I've had 2 now over 40,000. I would like them to never be that long again. $80K is disgusting. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm pretty sure that's the longest recorded one phase hunt on YouTube, though. I watched a video on it like a few months ago. I think it was for legendary... What was it? Was it Ho? Or Lugia? Maybe? I can't remember. Someone did like a top 5 longest hunts video and I watched it, and I'm pretty sure it was for like Ho or Lugia. And it was 87,000 encounters, I think. Or 86,000, something like that. Either way, it was a lot. One in 200 does not seem that rare for a 40k. That's scary. Yeah, exactly. I know. I couldn't believe it either when I found out the odds. I was like, this is only a 1 in 200 chance in happening. That means it's likely to happen at least like 2 times in the series, and then I've already had 2 over 40k hunts in the series, and I'm only at Gym 1, so it's probably going to happen again at some point. Hopefully it's not this current Pachirisu, though. You have a 34% chance to do more than 10 phases for Pachirisu. Well, yeah, this is phase 14, so I'm living in those small odds now. Well, we're over 6,000. It's not 9,000 yet. Hold your Vegeta memes until later. Although we're not going to get to 9,000 tonight. Hopefully get to 8,000 tonight, though. We should just about have time to get there. Just. I've been over odds like 4 times and each one has passed 13k. 13k is not even that bad, to be honest. I mean, it is over odds, but it's not even like 2 times over odds, so it's not so bad. 13k is probably like a 80% chance that you should have found a shiny, which, if you think about it, isn't that bad. Like 4 out of 5 hunts are likely to be done, but 1 in 5 hunts are going to be about that. I mean, it's a bit unlucky that it happened 4 times, but you know, it's still not that low odds, I guess. Oh, we have a stream today too? Yes, it's tomorrow that we won't be streaming. You haven't missed anything. There's not been a shiny so far today. Welcome back though. Oh, my phone getting a notification there. I don't know if you heard that or not, probably. It was a bit loud vibration. Oh, I thought we were going to get 3 Pachirisu there. But no, just the 2. Just 2. Still no shiny. Oh god, we almost got 6 Shinx. I think the odds of 6 Shinx are like 1 in 1,000 as well. Maybe higher? Maybe 1 in 10,000 for 6 Shinx in a row? Shinx is a 20% chance. I'm not sure. Maybe like 1 in 10,000 chance of getting 6 Shinx in a row. Matchup is down. Let's do reset. Ugh. Just pray one of them isn't yellow. I don't want to see a shiny that is yellow at the minute. I also, well, I kind of do want to see a shiny that's pink, I guess, but I don't want to see Shellos. Just give me the pink rat. Just give me the pink rat and we can move on, please. Please! Oh, what was that? I'm getting a Netflix notification. Coming on 27th of August. Grand Theft Auto 6, an extended look. Watch the trailer. Why am I getting that? Yeah, cool. I mean, I will be playing GTA when it comes out, definitely. 100%. Most anticipated game of all time. But I don't need a notification on my phone, Netflix, to tell me that there's going to be an extended look on Netflix. Like, come on. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't need to notify me about that. And also, why are you telling me at 10:30 at night when the extended look isn't for another 2 days yet? Oh, I feel like I'm gonna have like a heart attack or something if Pachirisu does jump up. I'm so used to just not seeing it now, and we've been here for so long that it might just spark something, you know. Like inner mechanisms of my body, they're gonna shut down. They're not gonna know how to react. It could just be like a giant relief wave all at once. It's like a and I just collapse. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of excited for the day that it finally happens. 6 Shellos, there we go. We've hit the lottery. 6 Shellos in a row. Ugh. At least it's not shiny. I don't need any more of them. I don't need any more of anything in this area apart from Pachirisu, please. Guess one or more of your matchups are kind of slow because you sometimes struggle to run away. Yeah, I think so as well. I thought leveling them up to level 16 would have made them faster than anything available here, but apparently not. And I don't want to like over level them too much. I don't know why exactly. I mean, I could put them up to like level 20, and it's more than likely that at level 20 all of these matchups would be fine and outspeed everything. I would hope so, by being like 8 levels higher than anything available here. But yeah, I don't know. If I had level 20s, is that so bad? It's not really, is it? It's not. And I'll continue to use them in the Eterna Forest as well, where things can be level 13, maybe 14 in the forest. So if I have level 20s, I'm not that over leveled. And I mean, I'm not going to use these matchups for actual fights either. Like, I'm using account 1 with the shinies for any actual fights, so, you know, matchups are never actually going to be used in a fight. It's just there for shiny hunting purposes. To be fair, everything but Chalice in this route is kind of speedy though, that is true. Shinx is fast, Buizel is fast, Pachirisu is decent speed as well. So yeah, everything's fast here. But having a matchup that's like 8 levels higher, at the minute it's at least 4 levels higher, maybe more. I thought that would have been enough, but apparently not. I mean, matchup's not known to be a long distance runner, so, you know, definitely doesn't have the most speed. But he does have the muscle. Well, maybe not quite yet, but he will have the muscle. Good evening, Base Beast, how's it going? When I did a bit of hunting earlier off stream, like today, I was falling asleep as I was doing it. I was literally sitting here, I had the TV on in the background, just watching stuff, and I was just falling asleep. I was barely paying attention to the screen. The encounters were very slow. Like I was doing, like right now you can see I'm getting 6 encounters like every 10 seconds. I was probably doing 6 encounters every like 30 to 40 seconds. I kept having to like wake myself up. Going fine, how's it going for you? Going alright. It's a slow stream today. Well, I mean slow in the fact that we haven't found a shiny yet. Almost every stream so far that we've done, we've found at least one shiny. Well, we've found a shiny. So I'm hoping this also happens here. But yeah, we've had 4 hunts in a row now under odds, so we're kind of due an over odds hunt. Are you going to trade for some evolutions of the shinies? Yeah, like the Haunter and the Gengar, Machoke and a Machamp, that sort of thing. I can just trade between accounts and then trade it back, so everything's still on account 1. So yeah, it's fine. I will be. I saw you had another Golden Boy way below odds. Yeah. Shinx number 11 of the series. We've only caught like 40 shinies altogether, and 11 of them have been Shinx. Like, over a quarter of all shinies in this series have been Shinx. Which it doesn't feel like that. I mean, I know we have a lot of Shinx, but it doesn't feel like over a quarter of everything I've caught has been Shinx. Ugh. But at least there's no Shinx in Eterna Forest. I am looking forward to not seeing his sprite for a while. After this episode, I guess. Once this eventually finishes. However long that might take. But it's just slow, you know. Like, we could still be here for another few weeks before the right thing pops up, or it could happen in the next 10 minutes. You never know. It's just the way of shiny hunting, I guess. Wish Gengar's shiny was similar to the Mega's colour palette instead of barely changing. Yeah, I agree. Like, at least with Ghastly, it kind of, well, the gas around the ball is blue, and then Haunter's a bit better as well. But then Gengar is just like, oh, it's kind of similar to Shellos in how you can barely notice any difference. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of any shinies that barely change. Like, why? Why go to that effort to make it shiny, but then barely make it different? Like, mix it up. Imagine if Gengar was fully white. Like, imagine a white Gengar. That would be so cool. Like, a completely... Like, when we're known for ghost types and Gengar especially to be, like, dark. You know, the purpley black colour. You know, blends into the shadows. And then imagine if the shiny was white. Like Casper the Ghost. White. It makes sense because, you know, Casper is white and he is a ghost, and generic ghosts in media are white. Imagine if they made the shiny Gengar white. That would look so cool, and it would be completely different. But no, instead of the purpley colour it is, it changes into a slightly different purpley colour. What a waste. What a waste. It's like the Psyduck to Golduck. They made Psyduck blue, which is great. Completely different colour, unexpected, stands out a lot. And then Golduck, it's still blue, and you can hardly tell the difference between shiny Golduck and normal Golduck. You're just ruining it. You're ruining the shiny. Like, if you wanted them to keep the same colour palette as they evolve, like between Psyduck and Golduck, make it like green or something for the shiny. Red. Imagine a red Psyduck and Golduck. They would stand out pretty well. Also saw a video about rare Pokemon facts from Blue Boy Finn yesterday. It was cool to see that they even added rare encounters to background animated Pokemon in that generation. Oh yeah, like the shiny sprites themselves, like you can get the stars or the squares, and the squares are rarer. Something like 1 in 10 shinies has the squares, which makes the odds that much harder to get like a square shiny animation Pokemon. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Slowpoke got a revamp in Legend ZA. Is way more violet color now. They could do it for more Pokemon that have the... You need to compare between regular and shiny to tell. They could. They definitely could, but I don't think many will be getting that treatment, unfortunately. Like, aren't most of the like evolutions also like a similar color palette? Like Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon, they're pretty similar as well. Well, actually, is it Jolteon who's purple? So maybe not Jolteon. But like Flareon and Vaporeon. Oh no, is it Vaporeon that's purple? One of them's purple. It might be Vaporeon now, actually. But Flareon's basically the same, like it's just an orange colour instead of red. I'm sure other evolutions are also pretty similar to their normal colours as well. Maybe not all of them though. I'm pretty sure, well, one of them is purple. I'm thinking now it's Vaporeon. Jolteon might be a similar yellowy colour. Vaporeon is purple, yeah, I thought so. Still waiting for the day we get more evolutions. It will happen. We still need dragon type, we need bug type, we need ghost type. What else do we need? That might be it. Metal type? Sorry, steel type. They don't have a steel Eevee. Stevion. Imagine having Stevie on. Little Stevie. Oh, that'd be great. Let's get Steel Eevee, Stevie. Jolteon is like green, that is right. Yeah, that's also a different one. Oh man, I want Stevie now. Apart from Vaporeon, Umbreon and Sylveon, the other evolutions are bad. Yeah, kind of agree. Most of them are pretty bad. Just give me the other evolutions though. I think the Ghost one would probably be the best one if they ever release that. I would love to see a Ghost evolution. Dragon one would be cool if it had wings. We don't... Oh, actually, yeah, we don't even have a flying type evolution either. So a flying evolution would be cool. Yeah, I just need Steel Eevee now. The types that were classified as physical before the type split in Gen 4, those are missing. Yeah. There's no reason why they couldn't do them though. One day, one day. Can't lie, guys. Ugh, I'm getting a bit tired, but we will still go until midnight. I've still got another hour at least. Steelion? Nah, I'm sticking with Stevion now. I want Stevie. I remember as a kid, the first Pokemon that I nicknamed, like actually had a nickname for, was Pidgey. So I called it Pidgey because, like, as a kid, I never really nicknamed Pokemon. But then one time I just decided to actually nickname one, and the first one I nicknamed was a Pidgey. And I called it Bread. My thoughts being, birds eat bread. Pidgey is a bird. I'm going to call this Pidgey Bread. And it's like a running joke between me and my friend, who we both play Pokemon and we've been best friends for years now. And every time one of us catches Pidgey, we've got to name it Bread. It's just the perfect nickname for Pidgey. Tell me a better nickname for Pidgey. Bread is the perfect nickname for Pidgey. Steel, Rock, Ground, Bug, Dragon, Fly, and Ghost. Yeah, there's still a lot missing. I'll be most excited for Dragon and Ghost, though, I think, out of those. And Flying. Those three. Ground, Bug, Steel, Rock, not as interested in. Although a Bug one could be pretty cool, I guess, but I would like to see an Eevee with wings. So either Dragon or Flying. And I would like to see how they would do Ghost. Poison, yeah, Poison as well. Again, nothing too great, I guess. Of course, today was the release show for new games in Germany. Release show? Which games? Have I missed something here? Is there some really cool new games coming out that that is only being shown in Germany for some reason? It was mostly disappointing, which is actually better than years before. Oh well, it doesn't sound like I've missed much then. I'd rather have a counterpart to Eevee with the physical types instead. Yeah. When I was in Korea last time, actually, we went to this theme park, which name escapes me now. I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't Lotte World, which is the main one. It was like a different one. We traveled like a few hours away out of Seoul to it. And there just happened to be like a Pokemon gacha machine there in this theme park. And it was all of the evolutions. And I thought, oh, I'm going to try it. So I did. And I got Flareon, which was a bit disappointing. Flareon's definitely not up there on my list of like favourite evolutions. I would have been happy with a lot more. But I got Flareon out of this little gacha machine. I actually don't even know where that is anymore. I don't know where it is. Did I even bring it back from Korea? I'm not even sure. It was in my bag at one point. I haven't seen it for quite a while now, so it might be lost to time. But yeah. The best announcement were a free Witcher 3 remaster for all owners, the release date of Path of Exile 2, and well, a lot more, but nothing that interests me. Nintendo is never present at that show. They stick to the Tokyo Game Show. I mean, to be fair, I don't really play that many games, if I'm honest. These days, I used to. I used to play a lot more. But now I'm kind of on a cycle each year. Like, I play Pokemon games every year anyway. I just go back and play them every now and again. But games that I actually buy, I buy FIFA every year, which will be released soon, which is definitely going to cut time out of Route Master. Can't lie, it will distract me for a while, but I'll be getting the new FIFA game when that comes out, like I do every year. But again, I only play that for like 2-3 months and then get bored. I usually buy the new wrestling game that comes out each year, but I didn't buy this year's or last year's because I've known for years now that basically every game is the same and it's not worth buying, even though every FIFA is the same as well. But wrestling games especially, I get extremely bored of very quickly. So I haven't been buying them as much recently, and I likely won't again unless they release a new feature that I'm actually interested in doing. And then what else? There's GTA this year, which is like an exception because everyone wants GTA, of course. And that's pretty much it. I don't really play anything else. I do like a good driving game every now and again. I always get the itch like once a year. I'm like, oh, I would love to play like a Need for Speed game or something, or a Forza game or something. Oh, actually, that reminded me. When Forza Horizon 4, was it, came out like a few months ago? Obviously, it's Xbox exclusive. I was like, oh man, that looks like such a good game. And I watched so many videos of it on YouTube, and I was like, I would love to play this, but I'm a PS5 guy. And I don't really play PC games either, because I've just got a laptop. I don't have like a gaming PC or anything. So even recording this right now, I'm on a laptop. So I was like, oh man, I would love Forza, but it's just on Xbox. So I'll wait for the PlayStation release. And then it's been months now, and I've kind of forgot about it, to be honest. And I don't even know if it's out yet. It might be. I don't think so. But like, that would be a good game to play. But again, I didn't get it because it wasn't available on PlayStation. But yeah, apart from that, apart from like a racing game every now and again, I'm not too picky on what it is. I just like racing games. The yearly FIFA game. Occasionally wrestling game. And then just Pokemon. But again, I'm not buying new games. I don't like the Switch games, to be honest. So it's just emulators and playing the old games. But that's about it. That's pretty much all I play, really. I used to play everything and like everything and anything as a teenager, especially. Yeah, I mentioned on a previous stream, I used to live like 5 minutes away from a Blockbuster. So every weekend, I would go down to Blockbuster, rent a game for a week, which would cost like £7, like £1 a day. Get all the achievements on it because I was an achievement hunter on Xbox 360. And then give it back the following weekend and then rent another game. And I would do this with like brand new releases and everything as well, or games that I knew just had a lot of easy achievements. And every week I would play a different game. for years until Blockbuster shut down, obviously. But yeah, now I play maybe 2 or 3 games a year, and that's it. That's all I do. I had a keychain when I was in the equivalent of elementary school from a coin machine. It was Mew, and when I changed school, a classmate gave me Pokemon dog tags. One was Jirachi. Still have it. Oh, that's pretty cool. What about Gran Turismo? Yeah, again, I don't mind. Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, Forza, whichever. I don't mind. Any racing game which looks pretty good, I'll play any of them. I just sometimes get the itch to play a racing game. The last one I played, which was actually really good, was Need for Speed Heat, which is very underrated. But it came out like a few years ago now, but it is a very, very good Need for Speed. Maybe my favorite Need for Speed. And that's saying something because Underground 2 is a incredible Need for Speed game. But Need for Speed Heat was actually very, very good. I was overly surprised with how good of a game that is. Good time renting games like that, yeah. Every single weekend, grab a new game. Like every week you would see like the new releases and I'd be like, oh, I could rent that. I can rent a brand new release for a week. And most of the time, like these new releases back when Blockbuster was around, like the 360 era, you could finish the full game in less than a week anyway. So I was renting a full brand new game for a week for like £7 instead of paying like full price £40. Finish the entire game in a week and give it back, and then just be like, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't pay £40 for this. I paid 7 and finished it in a week, and then that's it. I'm done. Those were the days. I miss Blockbuster. I used to go so often. Like I said, every weekend I would go, and like we would get a game. We would rent a movie or two as well. They always had like the sweets section as well, where you could get a bag of sweets, just pick and mix, get whatever. Oh, those were the days. Those were the days. I remember I had a sleepover with that friend I mentioned earlier, who also names Pidgey Bread, and must have been like 13, 14 maybe. We had a sleepover at my house, and we went to Blockbuster, and it was like the day before SmackDown versus Raw. I don't know which year it was. 2009 maybe came out. It was the day before, and they had it on the shelves early. And we went down to the store with my dad because we were going to rent a movie for the night since he was staying over. And we seen it on the shelves, and I was pleading with my dad. I was like, please, let me get the game. I'm going to come down tomorrow and buy it anyway. I have the money in the house. I just didn't think it would be out early. Please, please, let me get the game. I was begging him, and he wouldn't let me get it. So I had to go back the next day, and I thought, man, my friend is staying over tonight. We could have been on this game all night. We're both wrestling fans. The game is here in Blockbuster a day early for some reason. We could have been playing this all night. And instead he was like, no, come back tomorrow. No, not having it. I was like, what? Why? Then obviously the next day my friend went back to his, and I mean, I still got the game anyway and I was playing it, but like, we could have played it together all night, and we just didn't because my dad wouldn't let me buy it the night before. So instead, we rented Harold and Kumar's Escape to Guantanamo Bay, which we were like 12, 13 at the time, watching Harold and Kumar with, they've got that scene where everyone is pantsless at the pool party, like completely naked, and there's just the two of us sitting there like 12 years old, like, all right. Oh man. Like, my dad was fully fine to let us rent a movie. He didn't really care or pay attention to what it was. And I'm pretty sure Harold and Kumar's an 18, right? Or at least a 16. And he was like, yeah, fine, whatever. So we got that. But he wouldn't let me get the wrestling game that I came for the next day anyway. Even though he had no problem with me watching wrestling or playing the previous wrestling games. He just didn't want to buy it for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, Harold and Kumar. Escape to Guantanamo Bay. What year did that come out? Because that was like a fresh film. That's why we got it. Because we've seen it. We were looking for like a comedy, and that was the one. What year did it? I'm gonna Google it right now. Harold and Kumar. Escape from Guantanamo Bay. 2008? Really? 18 years ago? Actually, that makes sense. Yeah, I was 13. Yeah. 13. Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. It came out in 2008. Oh, man. I mean, I was saying I was about 12, 13. And yeah, I was 13 then, because that's when it came out. But saying 18 years ago, that makes me feel old, saying it like that. But then saying when I was 13, it doesn't seem like that bad. But then I forget I'm 31 right now. It feels better to say when I was 13 rather than saying 18 years ago. Ugh. Ah well. I can't believe I got that right though. I was dead on. Good memory from myself then. Good memory. We are creeping towards the odds. We're getting there. I do feel like this one is going to be over odds, but we have an hour left. We'll get to 8,000 tonight. We might even get fully 2 odds tonight. But that's likely it. We've got an hour left of the stream. We usually get around 1,200 encounters in an hour, so we should get to 8,000, which is just under odds. I might be able to push it 2 odds. I can definitely push it to odds. Getting an extra 200 encounters is like less than 10 minutes. We'll go to odds. We'll end the stream at 8,192. And we'll see if we get shiny by the time we hit odds. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up for a night. Oh, I missed that comment earlier, but interesting that it makes no difference for you if it's Need for Speed or Gran Turismo. Makes a huge difference for me. Yeah, I mean, it does, I guess, a bit. You know, I like the customization on car games. I like being able to, like, put on decals and customize my car and stuff, which you can't really do with Gran Turismo as much. It's definitely more of a Need for Speed / Forza thing. So yeah, I would probably lean towards them more. But if I know that a Gran Turismo is going to be really good or fun and it's got high reviews, then I'll play that as well. But I do prefer like street race and that sort of thing for racing games, I guess, more. But I don't mind the track games as well. But you are right, it does make a difference. As long as it's somewhat censored in Spain, just nudity is 12 plus, really? I mean, this wasn't censored. It definitely wasn't. It was a pantsless pool party. I'm going to search again to see what the age rating was on it, because why didn't I just check that when I was there? Age rating. It's rated R. 18 in the UK. Yeah, it's an 18. That makes sense. That makes sense. We're chill like the French with that stuff. I watch basically everything growing up anyway. There was no, like, my parents didn't care about a age rating on films or whatever. It was, as long as it wasn't too, like, as long as it wasn't basically like softcore, then I could watch whatever. Hey, I was watching horror films and things like that at a very young age. Things that, well, yeah, this is a story, isn't it? So, you know the Chucky films, like Chucky, the little doll thing. So my mom was watching that just in the living room at home when I was probably about 4 or 5 years old, and I remember it. I was also in the room. I was doing my own thing, you know, like playing with toys or whatever. But because my mom had it on the TV, um, I was like kind of watching, kind of not, and I had nightmares of Chucky for years, and I'm not over exaggerating. I had nightmares of Chucky for years, because I was too young to watch it. I definitely was too young. I shouldn't have been watching it. And even now, if I go past like a store and it's got like a Chucky doll in it or whatever, I was just like, ugh. I get like the shivers. I'm like, ugh, nah, I don't want to see it. I've seen the film since, like as an adult, and I'm like, these films aren't even good or scary, really, Chucky films. But I don't know. I've seen it as a kid. I don't remember which one it is because I mean, I'm not a fan of the Chucky films because of that. I do like horror films, but not Chucky. Um, but whichever one, it might even be the very first one where near the end, the kids are in like the warehouse or whatever, and one of them gets like that hose full of whatever liquid it is, and he's like getting burned alive by the liquid, like he's melting. Is that the first one? I don't know, but I don't. That's what's scarred me pretty much, and I had nightmares of Chucky for years after that. No other horror film ever really affected me though. Even as a kid, I was completely fine watching other horror films, but it was just something about Chucky, and something about probably being that young while I seen it, that it just stayed with me. You know, I was watching Toy Story, then all of a sudden I'm watching a different film where a toy comes alive and it's doing something completely different. Yeah, that was probably it. That was probably it. I'm used to seeing toys come alive and they're just having fun, doing their own thing, going on little adventures, and then I watch Chucky and, oh look, there's a toy that's coming alive, and oh no, it's trying to kill people. But then what made it extra annoying was, by the time I was like 13, 14, I still hated Chucky. I still hated Chucky at this age. Like I said, this was a reoccurring nightmare for me for years. Like I was scarred by the Chucky films. So when I was like 13, 14, all of a sudden my cousin started to get more into horror films as well. And his favourite film was Chucky. And I remember once I was at his house and he was like, oh, let's watch a film. And he had a few films to select from, and I was like, oh, let's watch whatever. I can't remember what it was, anything but Chucky. I was like, yeah, let's watch this or this or this. And he was like, no, we're gonna watch Chucky. He's 1 year younger than me as well. I was always like, out of my family, I was like the oldest cousin, I guess. I was the firstborn out of everyone. Um, but because it was his house, he got to choose. And he was like, oh, we'll watch Chucky. So he put it on, and I had no choice. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just not staying in the room. I'm just going elsewhere. I can't watch this. I just can't do it. My partner loves horror and is introducing me to some, but I just can't with anything with dolls. There's something about dolls or possessed dolls that rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, I mean, when you go to like these old-fashioned houses where like it's pensioners who live in them and they've got like a collection of old pristine dolls and stuff, I'm a bit like, ew, this is weird and it's a bit creepy and I don't like it. But I've got no problem with literally any other horror film. No problems. Like some of them are just bad, like outright bad, but there's been nothing that's like terrified me and stuck with me apart from Chucky, because I was so young when I watched it. Like I've watched like the Annabelle films and whatever else, the other doll horror films, and they're okay, I guess. I mean, I don't like doll horrors anyway. Like, I find them a bit boring and repetitive, and you kind of know what to expect. It's gonna move. It's gonna give you some jump scares. It's still a doll though. And I just find them a bit boring. Yeah, there's jump scares and stuff that can shock you, but it's nothing that like sticks with me or that I really care about. But there's something about Chucky. I'm just like, nah, I don't want to watch it. I actively fight to not watch it, even though I have seen them all again as an adult, and they're not good films, but I still don't want to watch them. As an adult, I love slasher movies and other horror stuff. Yeah, like I got really invested in the Saw films. Like I never watched the Saw films until like 2 years ago. Like I'd seen bits and pieces, like in YouTube videos and stuff. Like, I'd seen bits and pieces of Saw films, but I never sat down and actually watched them. So I watched all 10 of them, like a year or so ago, and I love them. I don't know what it is, like because Saw is known for like the extreme gore, um, and I don't mind that. For some reason, I just don't mind it because I fully understand it from like a filmmaker's point of view. I know that they're not really cutting their legs off. I know that there's a cameraman filming them and stuff. I'm like fully taken out of the film experience when I'm watching these type of things, and I'm kind of watching it like, oh, that would have been so fun to film, and all this stuff while I'm watching it. So I'm fully like out of the it's gory and stuff because I know it's not actually happening, and I'm fully invested in that. But it's fun to watch. um, and I know Saw isn't exactly known for its storytelling capabilities. It's all for the shock and gore factor. But I got really invested in the Saw story and the lore and stuff. So when I watched all 10 films, I was like, you get to put all the parts together and like see the story of John Kramer and stuff and why he is the way he is. And the newest film actually, Saw 10 or Saw X, whichever one you want to call it, like this, it's set in between the first and second film, and I would say it's the best one. It is the best Saw film out of all of them. It is fully story based. Like all of the rest do rely very heavily on the gore factor. This one is still gory, but it is very like story focused. Like especially the first half as well, where there is no gore at all in the full first half of the film, apart from like a vision that Kramer has at the very start where he thinks about torturing someone and it shows you, and you think, oh, he's actually done it, he's set up the trap and this is happening, and then you realize, oh no, he's actually just thinking about it, this didn't actually happen. So the full first half of the film is just like nothing. It's all story focused, and I really like that. And I'm looking forward to the next film. Yeah, should be good. I don't know why I got so invested in the Saw films, but I really like them. It's just like the Fast and Furious films as well. I love them. They're cheesy, and I know everyone says that there's far too many, and they're all basically the same, and they're not even that good. But I've been watching the Fast and Furious films since I was a kid. I've seen them all. I love them. I love the Fast and Furious films. There isn't a bad one. There isn't a bad... Well, I lie. I know which one's a bad one. Number 4 is a bad Fast and Furious film. Because no one even remembers Fast and Furious 4, because it's just called Fast and Furious. Like, the first one is called The Fast and the Furious. Second one is Too Fast, Too Furious. Then there's Tokyo Drift. Then there is Fast and Furious, which no one remembers because nothing happens in the fourth one. It's a forgettable film. It is the bad one of the bunch. It's usually like if I'm watching Fast and Furious films, I would kind of just skip that one. It is unimportant and nothing happens. Apart from Letty dies in it. Oh, spoiler. But there's 10 films and it's been out for like 20 plus years now. But yeah, Letty dies in that one. But then she comes back anyway, because if you don't see them actually die in the film, then every character comes back to life in Fast and Furious. But apart from that, which is a overarching thing for the next like 2 or 3 films after that, nothing else happens in Fast and Furious 4. I have to switch to Lurk already. Good luck. Yeah, man, appreciate it anyway. I mean, we've got about 45 minutes left, so we'll see how far we go. We'll get the odds. My buddy from Diagnostics and Image is a slasher fanboy and does some composing on YouTube for horror games and movies. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, like, as well as films, like, I love the Dexter series. Like, I know that's not really slasher or horror, really, but he is a serial killer who goes around killing people, obviously. But I love the Dexter show. And the Dexter Resurrection that came out last year. Was it last year? I think so. Was it the start of this year? I don't know. What?
Sure how to help you with that.
Did you hear that? That was my fridge saying, I'm not quite sure how I help you with that. Why are you speaking, fridge? Don't talk to me. But yeah, Dexter, because Dexter sounds a bit like that name I shouldn't say of a recording device that answers questions when you say the name of it. But yeah, Resurrection was really good. Probably the best of all of the Dexter series. A lot of big actors in it as well, and I'm looking forward to season 2 once that returns, which should be pretty soon, I think. They've started releasing like teasers and stuff. Oh, and Chris Jericho. Obviously, I'm a massive wrestling fan, but Chris Jericho is going to be in the new season of Dexter as well, so I'm really looking forward to him dying. Which sounds horrible to say, but I mean, that's the premise of the show. Dexter kills people, and it's already been confirmed that Jericho is going to be one of them, because one of the like teaser images is Dexter doing his like little stabby needle thing in the neck of Jericho. So I can't wait to see Chris Jericho and Dexter. That'll be fun. Why the fridge talking? Because it's a Samsung fridge, so it's got like a screen on it, and it has like, you know, built-in Alexa and all that stuff. So it sometimes talks, and it's not too far. It's literally in the next room away, and the door's open, so I can see the fridge from where I'm sitting right now. And it probably just overheard me and didn't quite catch what I said properly. That's why. I've got a bit of a fancy fridge, can't lie. It is a fancy one. Too expensive, and was not my decision to buy, but we have it. My wife wanted a Samsung fridge because obviously she's Korean and Samsung's Korean, and she was like, oh, but Samsung makes the best fridges. And then we looked, and then there was one with a screen, and she's like, oh, we need a fridge with a screen. And I was like, well, why? Are we going to be standing at the fridge playing games on a fridge? Or watching videos on a fridge or whatever? And admittedly, we did for about a week. For about a week, we downloaded some apps on the fridge. We watched some YouTube videos. We were playing music out the fridge. And since then, we never use anything. We do have like a slideshow of images that just plays on the fridge, which is, I guess, cool. You know, we see images, like photos on the fridge. Just a slideshow constantly playing. But apart from that, we don't use the screen on the fridge at all. It was a massive... It was a big amount of money for this fridge. We could have just got a regular fridge and it would have done the same thing. My dryer texts me to tell me when the laundry is done. Yeah, I've got one of those as well, where it's like you can, there's like an app extension for the washing machine. So you can set whichever settings on your phone instead of actually going to the washing machine to do it. Although I'm not going to put the washing in the washing machine and not just switch it on while I'm there. I'm not exactly just going to put the clothes in, then walk away, sit down, and then go on my phone and do it, and then click start. I'm just going to do it while I'm there. It's one button. It's all I need to press. But yeah, it does give me a little notification when it's done. And it also plays a little jingle. But the jingle is far too long. Like, you expect like a da-da-da-da-da-da or something like that, and then that's it. But no, this little jingle that my washing machine does lasts about 30 seconds. It just goes on and on and on, and you think, why is this still going? Like, it takes a little pause for like a second or two, and you think, oh, it's done. And then it continues. It's like, why are you still going? I know you're done. This jingle does not need to be this long. Again, it's Samsung. Of course it is. Of course it is. Has to be. My wife is very into like appliances that have apps and stuff though. So we had to like everything we get needs to be all connected. It needs to be modern and you know, all needs to be connected. Like everyone's phones need to be linked together so we're all getting the notifications and stuff. I'm just like, I really don't care. I don't need an app on my phone for the washing machine. I'll just go press the button. I don't need a fridge with a screen on. I'm just going to open the fridge, get what I need, then close it again. I'm not going to stand around playing on a screen on a fridge. But she's the boss. She is the boss. Well, we've got about 40 minutes left. We are going to get at odds. Like I said, we will get at odds before we finish the stream. Will we get a shiny before hitting odds, though? That is the question. That is the question. I do feel like we're due an over odds hunt because the last 4 have been under odds, but you know, we could get another under odds. Our current record of under odds hunts in a row is 7. We've had 7 under odds hunts in a row previously. We are currently on a 4 streak. This could be number 5. But who knows? The only thing I don't have with the screen or stuff is the water dispenser for the dogs. I don't have any pets. I've got a daughter. She's hard enough work anyway. I don't need a pet to go along with that. But yeah, I'm in a similar position where everything's got to have some fancy contraption with it. Even our bins, we've got a bin in the kitchen, and the bin has like a hover sensor on it. So if you wave your hand above the bin, you don't need to press a button or anything like that, or lift the lid or anything to open it. You just wave your hand over the top and it just opens the lid. I was like, do we need this? Do we really need a bin that opens by itself? It's so annoying as well because the sensor, like, yes, it opens by itself, but there's plenty of times where I'm like putting stuff in the bin, and then because I'm not over the sensor, it'll just close. I'm like, I'm not done here, and then I'm waving my hand above it again to open, and then it needs to kind of like reset itself to get ready to open again. I'm just like, come on, just stay open. Can I just have a regular bin? So yeah, sometimes it gets annoying. Technology. Ugh. Can't live with it, can't live without it. I did say earlier in the stream that I do think this current hunt is going to go at like 12,000, 13,000, something like that. It's going to be over odds. But we'll see how it goes. I just started with this series watching, but see you alive. I'm hunting my first ever shiny on my DS. Never had one. Oh, very nice. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. I mean, this stream is going to go for about another 40-ish minutes. So we'll see if we get a shiny. We will see. But we've been on a bit of a streak of getting shinies under odds at the minute, so I'm kind of due an over odds hunt. So I've got a feeling this one will be over odds, but you never know. With shiny hunting, it could be literally any time. So we'll see. But we'll go for about another 40 minutes. About another 800-ish encounters. See if we can get a shiny. Hopefully we can, and hopefully it's Pachirisu. Hopefully, please. Oh, that would be so good if we got Pachirisu to end the stream. And then, you know, I go away tomorrow, and then I'll just be on an even bigger high. Like, going away tomorrow anyway, I'm already going to be excited and just happy and stuff. But if I know I've just had Pachirisu and it's done, then yeah, that would make things even better. If I get another Shinx though, then yeah, I might just cry myself to sleep tonight. Shout out to Korea for Samsung and the amazing food they have. I freaking love tteokbokki. Tteokbokki, yeah. Yes, yes. The food in Korea is great. Although I'm not much of a seafood eater, and a lot of the food they have there is also seafood related. A lot of fish, a lot of octopus, and other strange things from the sea which I don't want to eat, which my wife loves. And sometimes she makes that at home as well. And the smell of some of these foods, I'm just like, oh, yeah, just like keep the food in the kitchen or something. I don't want the house stinking. But yeah, when I'm there though, it's just all the meats. I will have all of the meats, please. And thank you. 10 hours in on Soul Silver, so around 4,500 odds right now. Very nice. Are you just using one DS or are you multi-hunting? Doing 4,500 encounters in 10 hours on one DS is actually pretty good going, to be fair. What are you hunting? What is the hunt? Pak Choi too. Pak Choi. I mean, that's just like lettuce though, right? Spain is big on octopus too. It is really good. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. I'll stay away from the sea, please. I get seasick as well, actually. That's the one mode of transport where I get like motion sickness. Fine in a car, plane, whatever else, train. On a boat though, I'm just, for whatever reason, I just get sick. So it's just the sea. Maybe I just don't like the sea at all. I don't like being on the sea. And I don't like anything in the sea. I can't work out your accent. Newcastle, England. Although people do say that I don't really have a strong Geordie accent. Like some words it is a bit more obvious than others, but for most of the time, like even people in Newcastle, when I meet someone new, sometimes people don't realise I'm also from Newcastle. One DS only? Yeah, fair play then. 4,500 encounters in 10 hours. That's pretty decent going, you know. Pachirisu playing hard to get? Yes, definitely. This is phase 14. And we're likely going to go over odds unless it appears within the next like 700 encounters. So we'll see. But if we don't get Pachirisu on this phase 14, then this will be a new record for the most phases in one area. Up the tune, shame Hall gave away the penalty. Yeah, I mean it was a definite penalty to be fair, but we were over the extra time allowance. The referee signaled 5 minutes. This was 6 minutes overtime. The game should have ended, and it was a really good penalty. I can't lie, it was a really good penalty. But we had a good game. Considering we lost all of our best players, we got a brand new manager. These new people are coming in and have barely played together yet. We were about to beat Liverpool, who are likely going to be like a top 3, maybe top 4 team this season. And we were on the cusp of beating them, and we held out for a draw. Like before the match, if you offered people a draw against Liverpool, I feel like a lot of people would have took it. I might have been one of them as well, to be fair. But the fact we were close to beating them, we deserved the win. And yeah, silly tackle at the end. Average 23 seconds for 3 checks. That's not... Really? Wait, 23 seconds for 3 checks on a DS? How? My average is like 10 seconds per encounter. And this is with speed up. How are you getting 3 encounters in 23 seconds on a DS without speed up? Crazy. I have thalassophobia. I love seafood and I have an odd, almost obsessive fascination for sharks. Paradoxical, I know. I don't know what that phobia is. So what is the fear here? I don't know what Thalassophobia is. I've never heard of that one before. Ah, for the starters. Okay, sorry. I didn't realise that. Currently hunting shiny Vulpix at Mount Pyre in Emerald. I'm at 11,500 encounters so far and no shiny. Vulpix is 30%. Love hunting when you are streaming. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for getting involved in the chat as well. It's nice to see some fresh faces and stuff as well from time to time. Played Unbelievable. Yesel. I forgot how you pronounce his second name. Is it Yesel? Yesele? Yesel? I don't know. I can't remember how you pronounce it. Looks not too bad. Still a strong core group of players, but definitely a big loss. Losing the likes of Tonali, Guimaraes. Yeah, and then Gordon as well, who got 2 assists on his debut for Barcelona. The second assist as well, he could have been greedy there. They were 3-0 up at the time, I think, or 4-0 up. He was one-on-one with the keeper, and he decided to pass it across for the tap-in easy assist, which fair play. But when you're that far up and it's your debut match, you're more than entitled to just go for the shot when you're one-on-one with the keeper. And instead he decided to get the guaranteed assist, which, fair, but, you know, have a shot, you know, go for it. Newcastle does still need more replacements, though. We need an outright number 10 who can replace Guimaraes, like Bruno, properly. Because we were playing Wissa in that role last match, but we kind of sort of need Wissa up front. We need someone to sit back in the centre attack and mid role, like Bruno did, and we don't really have that right now. Waltemard shouldn't really be there. Wissa shouldn't really be there. We need someone else. And we need a winger as well. Like, Barnes is great. Happy with Barnes. Alanga is only sometimes good. I mean, he did score a goal in the first match of the season. And he is very, very fast. But I kind of still feel like we probably need someone else better. And then having another defender as well. Those are my 3 positions. We're kind of fine on attackers if Wissa plays up front properly. We just need like a centre attacker mid, maybe a right winger, maybe another defender. Fear of the sea and large bodies of water. Oh, okay. Very interesting then. Know what my fear was as a kid as well, apart from Chucky, which I've already mentioned. But I've got a fear of things that are way bigger than they should be. Which is strange. But like as a kid, I would lie in bed and I would close my eyes and my bed was like pushed against the wall, so I would like face the wall and I could literally like put my head against the wall. And I would pretend for some reason that there was like a mouse, like a generic cartoon like mouse hole in the wall, you know, like Tom and Jerry style mouse hole in the wall. I would pretend that there was like a hole there, and then behind that hole, right next to my head, there was like a giant rat behind the wall, like a massive, way oversized rat. And yeah, I've just got like a fear of things that are really big. And for whatever reason, there was not just a rat behind that wall, which would make sense, you know, because Tom and Jerry, you know, you get accustomed to, okay, there's mice and rats in walls in houses, even though there just isn't really. But I mean, it can happen, I guess. So you would expect, okay, fair enough, that makes sense, a rat behind the wall. Not only was there a rat behind the wall, you will never guess the second thing that was also behind the wall. A giant pirate. Why? No idea. Not a single clue. No idea why there was a giant pirate along with the giant rat, but there we go. That's what I was picturing behind the rat hole that wasn't actually there, but I just imagined being on my wall right next to my head. Imagination of small children, I guess. Good luck. Thank you, Meow. Sandy. Is reason United let him go? Yeah. Lewis Hall at United, here we go. Is that actually confirmed? Please say no. Please say no. Lewis Hall's like one of our best players. I mean, I know it was teased and stuff, but I don't actually think he'll leave, and I won't believe it until I see it. There's something called megalophobia, which is kind of like that, scared of large things. Yeah, I think that is it. So yeah, like when I'm out and like, you know, when you go to like a museum and it's got oversized things, like things that are way bigger than they should be, then I'm a bit like, ugh. It's like I'm not like having a panic attack or anything, but I'm a bit like spooked a bit. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to look at it. Let's just go somewhere else. That sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know why I've got a fear of things that things that shouldn't be as big as they are. But there we go. My sister's afraid of infinity, not only the horizon stuff, but also the concept in math and space. That's a strange one. I can't lie, that is a strange one, because it's not like you're gonna encounter that. Like, what if you draw an infinity symbol on a page? Is that what you're scared of? Like, I understand the concept of things being never end, and I get it, but that's a strange fear. I can't lie, it's a strange one. Not confirmed, but rumoured heavily. Yeah, I've seen the rumours, but I don't think he'll actually leave. Or I hope not, at least. Too good of a signing for United. To be honest, with Newcastle, we've signed a bunch of players who I've never even heard of before. And that's been the case for like the past 2 or 3 seasons. I think the last recognisable signing that we had was Tonali, like 3 seasons ago. Was it 3 seasons? Something like that. That was the only like big signing that I remember like being, oh, we're signing Tonali, that's a big pull. But like everyone else has always been like, okay, who is this person? Are they good? Are they not good? And then you find out as the season goes, I guess. I just want one like big player who's recognisable, who will actually be a bit of a game changer for the team instead of relying so heavily on young signings. Like, let's get in an experienced player who's going to be good for the team, definitely, you know? I remember when the takeover first happened and there was all these rumours about Mbappe joining Newcastle, and it was like, oh, imagine, and then that just never happened. But then like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, there was rumours of Vince McMahon buying Newcastle as well. That was a fun time. That just obviously didn't happen. I couldn't understand that 3.9999 repeating was smaller than 4 when I was a kid. Oh man. Did you know the fear of long words is called hibophobia? I did actually. I did. I have seen that before. Like, what do you mean it goes on forever and isn't larger than something finite? Yeah, I get it. To be honest, I was always... Maths was one of my good subjects in school. I was always good at it. So I've never really had trouble with understanding numbers and stuff. That was one of my like specialty subjects. I was always good at maths. I hate it now. I hate having to figure something out. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's the thing. In school, you learn all these maths equations and stuff. And at the time, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to use these in daily life as an adult when I have a job and stuff. And then I finished school, and then I've never used any of these formulas ever again. I was like, well, why did I spend years of my life learning all this stuff? Why didn't you teach me about taxes or how to do certain things that actually I do need in day-to-day life? But instead I've learned how to do Pythagoras theorem and all this stuff which I'm never going to use or remember. Imagine not being able to tolerate the word that describes your own fear. Yeah. I feel like that had to have been named as a bit of a joke. And why has he got hippo at the start of it? Like, I'm sure there's like a one for, do you know when people have lisps and they can't pronounce S's and stuff properly? I'm sure there's like a fear of that or something, which includes like a lot of S's in the word. Oh, I'm seeing that the viewer count has actually fallen off a bit now. That's interesting. I'm still trying to figure out like the best time to stream. And like when I start around 9:30, well today it was 9, but usually when I start around 9:30, it's a bit quiet until 10 till 11 seems to be like the peak time for streaming for me at the minute. But now that it's like closer to 12, the viewers are starting to drop off again. Interesting. Very interesting. I still need to figure out a like ideal time to stream. But yeah, I can only really stream after 9 p.m. during the week. I could definitely stream a lot earlier on a weekend, like one day of the week, because one day of the week my mom, like my parents, take my daughter for the day, so I'm just chilling in the house, so I could stream earlier, like through the day on a weekend. But yeah, I need to find like a good time to stream for everyone, really. Happy to finally catch a stream. I think this project is awesome. Thank you, Replays. I appreciate it. Although we are wrapping up in about 20 minutes time. But I appreciate you getting involved anyway. How many percentages of Pachirisu? 10%. And yet this is phase 14. And we are over odds. Like, so normal odds are 1 in 8,192. The 10% is obviously 1 in 81,920. We are around 100,000 encounters now as well, overall in this area. So we're over odds of Pachirisu individually as well now, which is annoying. And it still hasn't shown up. So, you know, if we did 10 encounters, but we were only at like 50,000 encounters overall, then it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. We're still pretty far under odds overall in getting Pachirisu. But no, we're 14 phases in now, and we're also over the encounter odds of Pachirisu as well, and we still haven't seen it yet. Hopefully it is this phase though, otherwise we have a new record for most phases in an area. But we still have Drifloon to get here as well before we can wrap up the episode, so not only do we need Pachirisu, but we also need Drifloon too before we can wrap up this area. But at least Drifloon is a guaranteed one phase hunt, because it's literally just that I will be hunting. It's not like it's being interrupted with other Pokemon at the same time. It is just Drifloon. It is a guaranteed Drifloon. It doesn't guarantee that it's going to be in a few thousand encounters, though. It could still be like 20,000-30,000 encounters before getting the shiny Drifloon, but at least it is a one phase hunt. I also have Batophobia, Fear of the Deeps. It goes hand in hand with Thalassophobia. I have a very clear memory of the news showing the discovery of a giant chasm in Russia, and I felt absolute dread. Wow. I understand that deep one though. I do get it. Any Jeep shinies here? Oh yeah, you said you've only just started watching the series, so I'm assuming you might not be up to speed yet. But the last episode that we uploaded a week ago was 9 phases here, so yes, there was a lot of duplicates. And then so far, since recording the current episode, still here in the same area, we've done another 4 encounters, which again have just all been duplicates. So yes, there's been a lot of duplicates here. 12 duplicates here out of 14 shinies that we found here so far. 13 shinies that we found here so far. This is phase 14 now. So unless this is Pachirisu, then yeah, we've been here for a while. But, you know, shiny hunting isn't glamorous. There's no glamorous lifestyle of a shiny hunter. You just run around in a patch of grass, have a look at the screen to see if there's a little sparkle that appears, and then you click run and do it all over again. And that's all I've been doing for the past almost 3 hours now. And nothing has changed. Gonna watch the episodes after the stream. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for getting involved, and hopefully I can see you in future streams as well. I've been streaming almost daily since, I mean, I've only just started streaming since like a week ago, like a week on Sunday. So I've done almost daily streams. There won't be one tomorrow though because I'm going away tomorrow, but I'll be streaming again on on Thursday, sorry. Although I am dedicating 1 day a week to a Sapphire Dream Team quest, which is a new series I will be starting soon. So I'm in the middle of recording episode 1. We did one stream last week, which went decent, although we didn't find a shiny. And we're going to continue that on Thursday, so my next stream is going to be that on Thursday. But again, it's just shiny hunting. It's all the same, really. Just on a different game. I am getting tired now, though. I can't lie. I am getting tired. We've been streaming almost 3 hours of me running around in this patch of grass with no encounter. But almost every stream that we've done, we found one shiny in. I think we've done 6 streams so far. Maybe 6. I think we've done 6, and I believe 4 of them, like 4 out of 5 Rootmaster streams, we have found a shiny. But 4 out of 6 streams overall, because the Sapphire Dream Team quest we didn't find a shiny as well. So pretty much all of the Rootmaster streams we have found a shiny in. This is looking unlikely now though. We are almost at odds. Like less than 300 away from odds. We're going to wrap up in about 15 minutes. And yeah, no shiny in sight right now. Although it literally could pop up in the next encounter. It could. That's always the case with shiny hunting. It could pop up at any time, but it's looking unlikely. We've only got 15 minutes left of today before I'm calling it a night, so we'll see. I would love to get lucky and find a shiny before the end of the stream though. Keep this streak alive. It was only the first ever stream we did where we didn't get a shiny. So yeah, we've done 5 Rootmaster streams. This is the 6th one now. But we've done 5 previous ones, and 4 in a row now have had a shiny Pokemon in them. This one today hasn't though, so we might be ending the streak here. But we've still got a bit of time. But we have had 4 under odds hunts in a row, so we're due an over odds hunt, which is looking likely with this one, unless we get it very soon. And just pray that it's Pachirisu. I think the music's just ended. Oh no, it hasn't. It's still going. It's just very quiet. I've got like a 3-hour playlist on. There is 20 minutes left on it. It's close to the end. Shiny hunting always ends with one more try. It's true, but at some point, like I've had hunts in the series, which you'll figure out, spoiler alert kind of, but I've had hunts in the series where one phase has lasted like over 40,000 encounters. So, you know, I can't just keep going tonight. I could still be here another 20,000, 30,000 encounters yet before a shiny pops up. Unlikely, but it definitely could happen and has happened previously. But yeah, I mean, just to end the stream, I kind of wouldn't care what shiny pops up. I mean, I would love it if it was Pachirisu, but just to have like a nice moment, finding a shiny before the end of the stream, and then, you know, I'm not streaming tomorrow and I won't be hunting tomorrow since I'm away. So just to know I've ended on a shiny, and then we'll be coming back on Thursday. Well, actually, we won't even be playing this on Thursday. We'll be playing Sapphire. But coming back on Friday when we come back to Rootmaster and to see we're starting a fresh hunt. I guess that would be something. But I mean, if we're starting at 8,000 on Friday, then you know, we're over odds. It's likely we'll find a shiny in the next stream. I say it's likely. I mean, it's always just a massive spin of the wheel at the end of the day. Like, yeah, we've had this many encounters, and yes, it is more likely the higher encounters we get, the more chance we find a shiny. But at the same time, it is just spinning a massive wheel of 8,192 segments and hoping it lands on the right one. Closing in on 8,000 though. Like I said, we'll go to odds. We'll go to 8,192 before calling it a day. So we're getting there. We're getting close. So probably about another 10-ish minutes. And that will, I mean, be perfect on time for midnight as well for me. If you had the chance to become a gym leader / Elite Four in the Pokemon world, which type would you specialize in? Ooh. My brain instantly went to water type, but I don't know why. Probably because Poliwhirl is my favorite Pokemon, and that is water type. There is a lot of cool water type Pokemon, to be fair. I would definitely, like, if I'm thinking now of what my team would be if I was a water type specialist. I would have Poliwrath, obviously, I guess. Poliwhirl is my favorite. Well, I guess I could be like a like, instead of being a champion or an Elite Four, I could be like a 4th gym leader or something where I've got Poliwhirl because I haven't fully evolved it yet because I'm like a mid-level gym leader. So we could have Poliwhirl in there. I would definitely have Relicanth, which is an odd choice, I'm very aware. But just the fact that in Gen 3 not a single trainer has a Relicanth, I would show it some love and have it on my team. And having a gym leader with the Relicanth as well, yeah, let's boost the popularity of Relicanth, please. So I guess that would be in there. What other water Pokemon would I have? I'm trying to think now. Which cool water Pokemon is there that I really like? Now, I'm going to assume starter Pokemon are off limits because no gym leaders have starter Pokemon. So, no, like, I couldn't just have, like, a Squirtle or something. What are my favourite water-type Pokemon? Now I'm really struggling, you know. Carvanha's pretty cool, although I don't really like Sharpedo, but I do like Carvanha. So again, this is kind of going towards, like, my mid-level, like, mid-range gym leader type team. So I'll have Poliwhirl, Relicanth, I forgot the name straight away. Sharpedo's first evolution. I've just said it. How am I remembering? How am I not remembering the name already? I just said it. Carvanha? Yes. What else? How about Kingdra, Starmie? Not the biggest fan of them. Wooper, again, I don't know. Gardenia has a Turtwig. Oh, actually, that is true. That is true. Although I don't think I would pick a starter Pokemon anyway. I don't think so. I'm trying to think what else. What else do I like? I like Wailord, but I don't like Wailmer, so that kind of goes against my mid-level gym leader status. I kind of like Clamperl. Kind of, but I don't know if it's strong enough to be my team. Like, I don't like it that much, but it's okay. What else? What else? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking the water type, just because I like Poliwhirl that much. Like, I'm also thinking straight away as well, like, maybe fighting type. Fighting type could be my thing. Like, I'm a big wrestling fan. Hawlucha is my second favorite Pokemon, so that would definitely be like my ace on the team, Hawlucha. Oh, now I'm just thinking about the team. Hawlucha on the team. Oh, yes, please. Poliwrath is Poliwrath is water fighting type, isn't it? I need to check this right now. Is Poliwrath fighting type? What is going? Why is my screen showing the freaking search bar? Get lost. Poliwrath type. I should know this. Type. It's water fighting. Oh, this is perfect then. Yeah, I'll be a fighting gym leader. I'll have Poliwrath. I'll have Hawlucha. I'll have, because again, I feel like these Pokemon are kind of still like upper level gym leader status, but not like Elite Four level. So maybe like 6th or 7th gym potentially. Don't say 6, 7. But around that range. So let's say Poliwrath. We'll have Hawlucha. We'll have Machoke, definitely. What other fighting types would we have on the team? I'm going to Google fighting type Pokemon, actually. I'm going to cheat. Fighting type Pokemon. Oh, we've got a lot here, actually. Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Lucario, Primeape. Oh, Primeape could be in. Primeape could be in, Scrafty. Ooh. Hariyama. Oh, Beware. Yes, Beware would be in. I'm tempted to go Hariyama, but maybe not so much. Pancham is a good one, actually, but if we've got Beware, do I really want 2 different bears types on my team? Maybe not. I feel like I would have to have Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Conkeldurr is a solid one. Primeape is a solid one. Oh, there's too many choices, There's too many choices. But you can make a good team out of that. Mid-level gym leader doesn't have a full team. That's true, actually. That is true. So yeah, let's say I had to pick 4. Let's say I had to pick 4 then. We'll go Hawlucha. We'll go Poliwrath. We'll go... do I go Conkeldurr? Primeape. I think we'll go Primeape as number 3. And... oh, Beware as the 4th. Yeah. I think that would be my 4. So Hawlucha, Poliwrath, Conkeldurr. Oh, I don't want Conkeldurr now. I don't want Conkeldurr. We'll go Beware. And... Toxicroak? Toxicroak's also fighting type. Toxicroak is pretty cool. I do like that. Toxicroak will be my 4th. Although, now I'm second guessing that as well, because then that's like, I mean, Toxicroak isn't water type, it's poison type, but having like a frog and Poliwrath, who is kind of frog based anyway, since Poliwhirl is kind of like a tadpole. Having 2 frog Pokemon on the team and a bear, and what was the 4th choice? Hawlucha, an eagle. I'm very animal based. Good question though. I like trying to figure that out there. Dragon or Dark for me. I love Ice type too, but a lot of them are slow and bulky when Ice sucks as a defensive type. My favourite Pokemon are Sneasel and Larvitar line. Yeah, fair enough. I feel like a lot of people would go Dragon, I feel like a lot of people do like the Dragon Pokemon in the games. Which I do too, to be fair. I do like a lot of Dragon Pokemon, but I'll go Fighting. Fighting's my choice, definitely. No Relicanth. Not for the fighting type. No. Relicanth isn't fighting type. It's just pure water, isn't it? We are 1 minute away from midnight, and we are less than 100 encounters away from being at odds as well. So we'll do this final 100 encounters. It'll probably take about 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap up. So let's see if we can get a shiny before odds. Otherwise, we're calling it a day. We're going to 8,192. So yeah, we're closing in very quickly, but we could get it any second now, really. But if not, then I appreciate everyone joining the stream, as always. It's always nice, especially we've seen a few new faces in stream today, so I appreciate everyone new joining as well. It's always fun. But anyone in the chat who talks and gets involved in that, I appreciate it, because otherwise I'm just sitting here talking to a wall for however long I'm streaming for if no one's talking in chat. So I appreciate everyone who gets involved. So thank you, thank you. And yeah, like I said earlier, I won't be streaming tomorrow, but we will be streaming on Thursday. We'll be back with the Sapphire Dream Team hunt to hopefully get the first shiny in that. Because we were halfway to odds on the last stream. We were over 4,000. So, you know, if we get lucky, we might find the first shiny on that game in the next stream on Thursday. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's just a change from hunting for Pachirisu as well. So also looking forward to that. So hopefully I see some of you guys there on Thursday. Again, I mean, I always stream around about the same time, between like 9:30 and 12. So, you know, expect me to be live then. And yeah, it's been a fun one. It's been a fun one, even though it doesn't look like we're going to get a shiny tonight. And this has been a 3-hour stream where we've just walked in the same patch of grass and found nothing the entire time. But it can happen. It can happen. And it seems like it is going to happen here as well tonight. Unless we get very lucky in these last 50 encounters. Which you never know, it could. It could. Wall talking is chill sometimes unless you get an answer. We're closing in on odds. I feel like it's not going to happen. But you never know. You never know. There's always a chance. There's always a chance. It could happen any encounter now. Ah, Shinx, just let me out, please. Come on. There we go. Oh my god. How many of you did I just get there? No shiny. But someone was likely not looking at the screen there and they heard that and thought there might have been one. Maybe I got someone. Maybe. Potentially. Right at the end. Alright. Well, with that, we are now over odds. 8,196. And just because we're so close to 8,200, we'll do one final encounter just to see. And are we going to get one? No, we are not. You actually got me. Well, there we go. There we go. It seems like I got everyone there. Well, there we go. We're at 8,202. No shiny this time after 3 hours of being live, but it happens. It just means next stream we're already over odds, so it's likely we'll get a shiny on the next stream. Maybe even 2. Who knows? But yeah, we'll call it a day. It is midnight. So like I said, no stream tomorrow, but I'll be back on Thursday. And we'll be hunting Lotad in Pokemon Sapphire. So looking forward to it. Bit of a break from Pachirisu, so can't wait. So yeah, hopefully I see some of you guys there. And apart from that, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.